I know the feeling, I think. But you stayed, long enough to have me. Those whom I've spoken to about you, it's as you said, they have fond memories of you. And then you even had a child. Did he mistreat you?
No. Your father could be very difficult, though he was gentle with me. Soon enough, we got on fine. Better than fine at times, but when I was with child, why, I struggled terribly. Because child born of surface dwellers could not live down there.
Could not live down there according to whom exactly? The Fates?
According to them, yes.
Ugh, frickin' Fates.
According to your father and to Nyx. Even having heard, I took my chances anyway. But when you emerged stillborn, it was too much. I fled. I fled and came to reside here. Above the notice of the underworld. Beneath the notice of Olympus.
But why would Father lie to you? If he never wanted you, or never wanted me, surely he had the means.
I don't know. I'm wondering the same. But oh, look at you, Zagreus. We're running out of time. It's happening again. Stay with me, please.
I'm trying, but I can't stay that much longer, I don't think.
What is the amount of time we can stay up here shrinking? Oh god, that would be awful. That's just drug withdrawal at that point.
Oh, my dear son. Then please, ask Hades what you asked of me. Why he would lie. Tell him I must know, the same as you. And you farewell. Until we meet again.
Until we...
I agree with Hazardous. We should just kill the Fates. This is the second Greek mythology-based setting we've played this year where the Fates are actually responsible for basically everything wrong with the setting.
Bother you.
Okay, so we completed a run.
Whoa! Whoa, what happened to you? You just died? You just plain died, like nothing stabbed you, bludgeoned you, poisoned you, burned you, crushed you, blew you to bits, turned you to stone, but you're back here. Must have been those natural causes mortals talk about.
Probably.
Oh, wow, thanks. This is real nice of you. I sure am glad you died out there just now.
I'm glad I died as well, Hypnos. I'm glad I died as well.
I disagree with that, Trey. Actually, I've played God of War 4.
You.
I mean, things worked out pretty well for Kratos, honestly. Hey! Dusa!
Hey, Dusa, here's some more of this really, really good nectar for you. Please keep up the wonderful work, and more importantly, keep being your wonderful self.
I'm really very flattered, Prince, but I've just been so busy lately that I haven't even had a chance to try the last bottle you gave me, so you want this back? Maybe for someone else?
Nope.
Please, it's yours. Besides, you must have some time off coming up when you can enjoy it, don't you?
Oh, I mean, maybe I do. I think maybe I do, except nobody's told me anything about that. And besides, there's so much work to do around the house still. I just can't leave everything like this.
Well, you enjoy, all right?
What are we up to with her? Oh, wow. That's interesting. I'm just going to disagree with that one, Trey, actually. He had a pretty good life, and things actually turned out pretty well for him in God of War 4. The fact that Odin decided to be a dick doesn't really change that.
Where's our court musician?
Well, we obviously don't need any of this anymore, so... Let's get some meat, since I can't enjoy any meat right now.
Display of dead meat seems very much in theme, I have to say.
You ought to be displayed with all the rest.
Let's see, what else? Get some cushy seating, very important. Actually, Yeah, let's repair some of this damage done.
This ought to make the lounge a little more presentable, until Cerberus wrecks it again.
Finally, you cleared the mess you caused.
How about this, contractor? Whew, it's a big job having to sweep up after Cerberus sheds everywhere.
Blame yourself for that, not Cerberus.
No. Oh, yeah, no, we need good seats. We need good cushion. Oh my god, there's so many options. Oh my god, there's so many options! I want all of this.
Here's the commission. These adorable little creatures forced to live in a cage ought to lighten the mood.
Oh, hey.
Those bats are for reconnaissance, not for your mood.
Okay, we get one more thing. Do we want... Oh, who am I kidding?
Let's do it.
We want some chairs!
Contractor, go do your thing.
Let people lounge in comfort in the lounge.
Here's the fee. Let us hereby have better seating, on which I shall never rest. You mark my words.
Okay, we're good.
The head chef is going to want this fish.
Such gifts won't stay my whip when next we meet out there. You realize that, right?
I realize it. And I hope you never change, Meg.
I hope you do. Zagreus, please tell me that the rumors are untrue. You really vanquished him? Have you completely lost your mind? You're going to destroy this blasted house.
Come on, Meg. Father had it coming for some time. What's your concern besides? The house is safe.
He's not going to take this lying down. He'll find some way to take it out on you, on all of us. You watch yourself or all of us will pay.
I will not let that happen. Do what you will with these, my good chef.
Oh, nice. We get gems for those. Which means more cosmetics.
Nyx? You've done so much for me. I thought you might like this.
You know your father does not like it when nectar is doled out on the premises, dear child. However, I am not he, and I wished regardless to provide you a token of my affection.
I'm very grateful, Nyx. Nyx, why did you never send word to Mother that I lived? You knew at least approximately where she went. You and Father, you could have spared her so much pain.
I swore a binding oath never to say, child. I have already circumvented it as much as can be done. Know that I acted with only her well-being in mind, as well as yours.
Oh yeah, I suspected for a while Nyx is working with someone. I even have a suspicion on who it is.
Got anything good?
Oh.
That's too good a deal to pass up.
Well, shoot. Now we have 30,000 gems.
I think we'll go with this. Back there, let's change the color theming up a little bit.
It was perfectly acceptable before.
That doesn't look as purple as I was hoping. Let's go with red instead.
This is the color suited for our hole back there.
Indecisive as
That's better. It's actually visible. Let's see. Let's go with blue drapes.
How about a moody blue color of some sort for the drapery there?
Quit changing the blasted drapery.
I don't like that.
Here's the fee. The time has come once more to modify the drapery.
Make up your mind.
That's awful. Wow, I hate that.
Let's go with this. Perhaps a rich green hue for the drapery will feel a little homelier.
Would that you cared about more than the drapery.
Alright, now we've got to have lilac. Obviously.
Look approved. A nice floral arrangement ought to lighten up the mood a little bit.
You are too kind.
Oh, that's lovely.
My house with flowers, boy.
Okay, laurels. Obviously we're gonna go with blue.
These decorative laurels ought to give us an appreciable touch of dignity, no doubt.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Squander your earnings on that.
There we go. Perfect. Alright. Bedding. Luxurious, obviously.
For Cerberus, only the greatest bed will do.
Damn right.
Don't you disturb the dog, you hear me, boy?
That's a sultan's rug right there. Alright. Petals. Petals. Let's go with these.
Contractor, I have another job. Let's get some undead flower petals over there post-haste.
There we go. Nice. Alright, what else?
Here you go.
Get a towel rack.
Needing these, but anyone emerging from the pool of sticks might like them, I suppose.
That's not of use to anyone.
Alright, now let's see here.
Contractor, work approved. Can't have too many undead flower petals around here.
Yeah, I'm more of an axe person than a sword person.
You know, I've always had a thing for double-bladed axes.
Hey, Narsa.
I've always had a thing for silence around here.
I realize I just said I want to smash through this as quickly as possible, but one of the reasons I wanted to do that was to try out stuff, and hey, here we are trying out stuff, so give me a break. Let's see. Jeweled or divine? Let's go with jeweled.
Well, I don't see why not. I was thinking it'd be good to change those columns up a bit.
Those columns are for function, not for show.
Not bad. The red kind of works well with that. Alright, what else we got? Fireplace, I think we're good here. What else we got? Let's get a Elysian rug going.
Let's go with this one then. Oh, we absolutely need to get this rug. Right over there.
You could make better use of your limitless time.
I don't have limitless time. So hang on. Told the fireplace is actually decent. So let's see. We'll go with that one. The extremely expensive
His
one.
elegant countenance should look perfect above a roaring inferno in the hole back there.
You'll not be burning down this house, you hear me, boy?
I mean, what if it could? Anyways. No gods, no masters. Alright, so. Sculpture, no. Gross. Okay, hold on. So let's get some gilded pedestals going on.
I think those pedestals over there are just a bit too modest for my tastes.
There we go.
I do suppose that gold suits those sufficiently.
Oh my god, he spoke almost positively about something. Holy crap.
Well, I don't see why not. This thought-provoking piece seems like a decent conversation starter for the whole.
I don't even know what that is.
Utterly preposterous design.
Oh. So we've got Tartarus, Asphodel, or Elysium. Obviously we're going with Elysium.
A painting of the finest spot in all the underworld seems suitable to have in here.
Why settle for a painting when you could just go get yourself killed there now?
Let's see here. Obviously we gotta get the sundial.
Let's do it.
we can
Father
keep
always
track
wanted
of
a
time.
sundial. Though that aside, let's have a sundial back there post-haste.
A sundial at last. Indeed.
See? Hey, he's actually happy about that. Alright, portraits. Cerberus. I don't know who that is. Oh, that's asshole. Who's that?
Work approved. Every self-respecting house needs a portrait of a girl from Crete.
Another tastelessly constructed piece.
I don't know who that is, but screw that.
Let's go with this one then. This piece has the power to embarrass several members of this house all in one swoop.
There we go.
I much prefer the walls to remain bare.
We have met Zeus several times, although I tend to avoid him because his abilities suck.
How about this, contractor? A marble bust of some old man seems just the thing to liven this place up.
Exactly whose unwanted countenance is that?
That's a good question. I don't know. We'll go with a painting of Nyx.
Here you go. Nyx deserves a place of honor around here. How about right over there on that wall?
Nick surely is unwanting of attention such as that.
Alright, did we finish the lounge? Oh, we didn't get a rug.
The commission should make the entryway into the lounge a bit more welcoming.
I welcome you to go about your business, boy.
I want this place to be the life of luxury.
I think we'll go with this.
No, not the lap of luxury.
Rug should match the
Life.
lounge decor.
Are you quite finished alternating rugs?
Let's see here.
Here's the fee. Oh yes, more comfortable seating I shall never use.
I'd better not catch anybody sitting down on that.
Contractor, I have another job. Think this is going to be a better look for the lounge seating.
Green is perhaps last among the list of colors I would have selected.
Well, it sucks to be you then, doesn't it?
Let's go with this. It can't be eaten as I understand, but it can be displayed for all to see.
I see you're cultivating quite the mess.
Here's the fee. Who am I to stop the shades there in the lounge from cooking up whatever it is they're making?
A senseless change.
Okay, hold up. Fine, we'll get a thing for Cerberus.
Cerberus won't touch these things, although some shades seem to enjoy them fine.
Alright, so let's get spice rack. Can't have a kitchen without a spice rack.
Paid in full up front. Let's see what we get.
Betrayed by my own contractor.
Well, I don't see why not. Let's lighten things up a little around here.
I don't recall approving that expense.
Well, it sucks to be you again. There's just a lot of suckitude going on here. I don't want snake things. I do want an oven.
How about this, contractor? This should help liven the mood a bit.
What, no witticisms?
Let's do it. Should make the climate in the lounge a bit more comfortable for some of us.
You wish for warmth to go visit Asphodel.
Let's go with this one then. There's not much on the menu in the lounge, but maybe this will help.
What are you doing to this house?
I'm making it nicer. What do you think I'm doing?
Here's the commission. This one's for all the solitary shades hanging around forever in the lounge.
Now I suppose no work shall ever be complete.
Contractor, work approved. Oh, maybe I can use this to avoid Father's withering gaze and unwanted feedback.
You think you can avoid me through there, boy?
What do you think? Should I get the disco ball? Excuse me, the prism sphere.
Approved. If some big light refracting orb won't fill the lounge with revelry, I don't know what will.
Blood and darkness, what have you done now?
Oh my goodness. Oh god, no, we're not doing that.
Work approved. Always wanted my own entertainment table, and I can finally afford one, I suppose.
Keep entertaining yourself, boy.
I am not getting that upgrade, Evo.
They say that only Heracles
It's a
himself
bit too
can make these
macabre for
things.
me.
I'll take them then.
You think you have the necessary strength?
Let's go with this. Should help make my messy chambers even messier.
What is that even supposed to be?
Let's go with this one then. If I'm to keep seeing my chamber walls, they might as well not be completely barren.
Why don't you clean your chambers rather than adorn them?
I've spent like 12,000 gems.
Well, I don't see why not. I have this crippling compulsion to commission objects I am never ever going to sit on.
None shall sit beside myself and Cerberus.
Contractor, I have another job. I don't know. Let's try a different rug.
That's a lot of those, which we will not be doing. See, this is much nicer.
The ancient casks of wine hidden within the recesses of the House of Lord Hades. Few have tasted the intoxicating vintage they contain, and fewer still are permitted anywhere near their vicinity.
Still waiting for the festive occasion when we'll open one of these.
Having invested heavily into the cooking area within the House of Hades, the empty-stomached Zagreus can nonetheless find nothing fit to eat.
It's alright, wasn't hungry anyway.
Are you kidding? There's a giant leg of frickin' meat right there. There's a cake. God, I would eat everything in there.
Let's have a bat's eye view.
Oh, interesting.
Among the countless splendid gemstones hidden underneath the earth, a great many are used to decorate the House of Hades, god of the dead, god of riches.
I guess there are a lot of gemstones here.
I'm up.
Within the house's gallery now sits the bust of a distinguished poet, ruggedly handsome in his age, who, although yet to earn his fated fame, shall probably be better known someday.
Never heard of him.
Admit I don't get that.
Time seems to stand quite still within the eternal realm of the dead, evidenced even by the means of measuring its passage.
Looks like it's 7:48.
Okay.
For me? I can't accept something like this, lad. You know that.
Come on, Achilles, live a little, such as you're able. I won't tell if you won't tell.
How did it go, lad? You've been gone a while. For good reason, I hope.
I found her again, sir, and we were able to talk some more. But I have so many questions left for her, and Father's certainly not been of any help.
Well, first of all, good work. I knew you had it in you. Secondly, you know what you have to do. Go find her, for as many chances as it takes. It's not just her you've sought. It's the answers to those questions that you have.
Yes, I will. Quite a mess you've created, I must say, Father, after being of no help whatsoever when it comes to disentangling it all. Though this isn't the place to talk, right?
No, it most certainly is not. Though I take it shall not be long before another of our private meetings then.
Count on that.
Especially with the cheats, hopefully. Even though it's not the Ultra Mega Death cheats.
Just what I always wanted.
Why are they gold-plated?
Much of the softness of the richly woven rug the prince procured cannot be fully felt beneath his flame-licked feet.
I guess it's soft.
The ever-energetic prince, alas, remains incapable of sitting still, even with such a supple, comfortable seating arrangement nestled in his chambers now.
I just prefer to stand, all right?
They didn't animate me sitting, okay?
The valor of the great-hearted Achilles is immortalized upon the prince's wall, as though it might stir up more courage from within.
Achilles must have been incredible back when he was alive.
The shattered weapons of the siege of Ilion are now reduced to window dressings in the prince's ever-cluttered lair.
Bronze weapons. Made crudely, but they had the right idea.
An object intricately carven solely for the purposes of recreation now resides within the pleasure-seeking prince's chambers, although his lack for an opponent limits its appeal.
Face me yourself, old man.
A massive set of weights, positioned carefully in line of sight of any visitors, shall doubtless make them think the prince is stronger and in better shape than in reality.
I get lots of exercise, okay?
Also a common strategy.
I guess this came to pass. The contractor's been plenty busy thanks to me. I'm growing stronger. I've mastered that.
Alright, we need to do this, don't we?
Good to go.
Why what, Dream Whisperer? It's the nature of the mod. Any changes that are made, this actually happens in patches from what I understand too. Any changes to how the mirror works requires a reset to get it to properly acknowledge and exist, essentially. So we have to reset it in order for it to actually be there. So we tried out bow for a bit, but only one of the bows. What else we got here?
Coronact.
Cast loads that into... okay, interesting. Oh. What do we got over here? What's something new? Bonus shield thrown? That sounds kind of fun.
Grant me the aspect of chaos.
Hey, whoa, what?
Hey, my point, Dexter.
To go.
Oh, that's crap. Next. What else we got?
Grant me the aspect of Zeus.
Interesting. Very different.
My aspect of Aegis became stronger.
What did you just do? Yeah, boyo.
Should take my spear. I've returned. Grant me the aspect of my father.
Jump out, punch on that spear, pal.
Grant me the aspect of Achilles himself.
Hey, what just happened? Never been stabbed quite like that.
Interesting.
Right in the cranium.
It's like a reverse get over here.
Hey.
And none of those look particularly interesting.
Care to accompany me?
And none of those look really all that great either, actually.
Your entire past. I have returned. Grant me the aspect of Talos. Live through me again. Transform.
Now that's get over here.
All that damage? That was nothing, pal.
Demeter.
You call that a hit? Go again?
Interesting.
Don't need to turn the heat gauge so high to earn those bounties. Let's see what happens.
How dare you, boy! Learn well to shut that foolish mouth of yours, or I shall shut it for you.
Goodbye, Father.
That you took care of Theseus down in Elysium of late there, Zach. Nice work. Never liked that one. Between us. There's this nice lass helped him out one time, and he just dumped her rotten. I don't like that, man.
Time to feast.
Zagreus doesn't need to know all the particulars. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. What's a first run challenge out of Pathetic? I mean, I'm guessing I know what it is, but...
I understand that the Super Synod is keen on Mount Olympus. They think that you are born of Hades and the goddess Nyx. I was amused to learn of this deception. Nyx has mothered many of the underworld's own, so why not you?
She isn't my birth mother, no, but she is like a mother to me. Do you know her?
Oh, I know the goddess Nyx quite well, of course. Though it has been a while since we last communicated, and I fear, well, I was not the charitable sort back then.
Yeah.
It is my hope that Nyx is faring well. Be careful, son of Hades.
A little offering for you, good Lady Demeter. I'm deeply grateful for your willingness to aid me in all this.
And thank you for reminding me, Dream Whisperer.
Accept your thoughtful gift of nectar, Zagreus. Would that the mortals showed deference thus.
I mean, I completely forgot until you said something.
Chaos is upon you, isn't it? A force older than I. Yet one which you ought not trust so readily. No rhyme or reason to that one at all.
Desolation.
Never, Evo. I definitely didn't just forget completely until Dream Whisperer said something.
I'll take it. There we go. Good enough to eat.
I think so, Hazardous, yeah. Which, from what I understand, makes sense since, you know, Demeter. So I keep screwing over the pronunciation because I keep wanting to say Demeter. I'm a filthy American dog. Well, cat. Snake? I don't know, whatever the hell I am.
You lads again, huh? Anyone else? Uncle Poseidon, it's been excellent to know you, sir, so please, this is for you.
I mean, I do have a thing for sharks. That's actually not a bad point.
Oh, I am positively moved by your affection, little nephew. Though I think I've just the thing for you in turn. Here, I shall transfer it to you.
I thank you, Uncle.
I do drink to you, though.
Word reaches us that you've come very far indeed, nephew. Striking distance from the surface. You just keep at it like that, and with our help, we'll have you out of there for sure.
It's high tide.
Who would drink tea with milk and sugar? God, that just sounds so weird. Unless it's chai. I'll give you chai, because chai is different. You know what I drink tea with? Tea! And nothing else. Well, I don't know. I'm only tolerant of a lot of things. Even pineapple on pizza. As long as you don't like black licorice, I think we're okay.
Fated persuasion.
Wretches of the underworld, this is your chance.
Anyways, hi, my Poindexter. I don't understand. Don't you always have 301 casts and 9,000 health? Let me rapid fire some spells out here because I can.
That's what you get.
Die, monsters. You don't belong in this level. Exactly. The only thing you add to tea is lard.
To you, goddess, for all that you and your side of the family have done for me.
Well, it simply isn't in my nature to allow such offerings to go unanswered, noble cousin. In turn, I wish for you to have this, with my compliments.
Thanks.
Lady Athena, thank you.
It comforts me to see how far you've come, cousin, and I am confident that you shall make your way eventually. I shall look forward to our conversations then.
Yeah, how about that? I don't have high enough of a burning meter to do it. But I think I will try to find some kind of spells. Demeter or, what was the other one, Dream Whisperer? Artemis.
Excellent.
I didn't need to pick that one. Whatever.
The power of Olympus. Hi, you three.
So, give up already, Zag, or I'll keep killing you each time you come this far.
I have some bad news for you, Meg. Little by little, I'm getting stronger.
That may be so, but you'll never be my equal. Ever. You do well to remember that. Prepare, sisters.
You heard her. I will never be her equal. Yep, no. This is a good cheat,
yes. I think. Did Malphon's shudder? Extra gemstones. The Vanquisher's keep.
Thank you, Rit. Always appreciate those subs. If you want to put those towards something,
a pleasant voyage up in Asphodel.
Okay.
please let me know. Check it.
Up we go then. Courtesy of the Pact.
Let's see what we can get. Something else I need to go and...
Love that sulfur smell.
Well, normally I'd say brush my teeth, but right now I have to do this whole dental care thing. Maybe after I kill the Hydra. I'll do that at some point.
There he is.
Damn it!
So then, Athena's looking out for you. That's good, that's good. She likes to put a lot of thought and stuff in everything. It's all a little much, if you ask me.
Sure. That might be useful if we get a cast worth a darn.
Which path?
Yeah, can you fix the flooding problem? Daddy dearest.
A toast in your honor, Lord Dionysus, mate. Have I mentioned how pleased I am to have made your acquaintance?
What is that for me? Really? I mean, cheers, man. That is awful generous of you. I'm much obliged.
Just making sure that they also have
Olympus, I accept this message.
friendship meters. I mean, that's neat and all, but we've never taken this one. And no, I haven't tried re-rolling a boon. I probably should be doing that.
Eurydice, thank you for making me feel welcome in your pleasant home. Can't say the same for most places I've been lately. I have a small gift I wanted you to have.
Oh, that's awful sweet of you, Your Royal Majesty. Bringing me fresh ingredients like this. You know what? Here's something for you two. Help keep you safe out there.
Hey, Warcraft Code. I'm doing alright.
Thanks so much.
What is it, hun? Oh no, don't tell me you've come all the way from Tartarus to ask me more about your good-for-nothing court musician friend.
Certainly not. I'm merely here for your wonderful singing, cooking, or conversational ability. Though, since you mentioned it, you seem to have a lot to say to him. Is there anything I can do?
So let me see if I understand. Orpheus blew it with me like an idiot, but now I'm supposed to be reaching out to him. Sorry, hun, but that's not happening. The two of us are finished. And you know what? I think we're finished here too, if you'll excuse me.
Cool. Not actually sure what Orpheus did to screw that over so badly, but you know. It's always cool.
Take care.
Listen, if there's anything to do other than work in life, I don't know what it is, Warcraft Code.
Hello, Witch's Circle.
You look back at the wrong one. God, I hate that frickin' thing so much.
Bye now, ladies.
The ending act. Also the dickishness. You know me, I'm not a big fan of Rule Zero violators. Even in fiction. I also just like how most people always say it as, oh my god, he just didn't have faith. It's like, you really? Just checking. Christ. I would have probably looked back in 10 seconds like, alright, you there?
Lord Hermes, please accept this gift as a small token of my appreciation. Thank you for always keeping me on my toes.
Oh, mighty keen of you to leave a tip there, boss. And I have a tip for you. Don't be slow. Maybe this'll help with that.
Lord Hermes, I'm in your debt.
Oh yeah, it's also dickish to be like, don't look back, which is, you know, it's all kind of dickishness.
Nice.
Yeah. I think this might be the cast build, or the cast run, everybody. Let's see how this turns out, shall we? That's a good one, Yada.
One of them's going to be mad.
No pleasing all upon Olympus, I suppose?
These all suck.
How about a different set of choices?
These all suck.
It's not that I'm upset or anything here, Zag. You know I'm not. But truthfully, I am a bit annoyed. A little bit. And so I got to send the message, man.
Had to do it. That's his wrath.
Come on.
What's I even going off about? Do you recall?
No.
Strong stuff.
There's Demeter. Hades was cool. At least from what I read in high school, which admittedly was a while ago.
Hear me on my authority.
So now I have a Frost Nova, in addition to Shields of Doom. I do. Trihexa, yeah.
Bone Hydra. It's been too long.
Yeah, it's been, God, like an hour? If I was playing normally Jung, I would say
enough.
Pretty much right out of the tutorial.
Gemstones and a little extra for Charon.
And I'm not saying that facetiously. That's where I'm at. Nowhere.
Tread lightly, boy.
Closer. Thank you.
Not that that makes that acceptable, Bragman, but yeah, you were correct, of course.
Time to pick a fight.
But yeah, unfortunately, I can't reroll doors. I'll switch it next run, Eva, so I can reroll doors instead of boons.
Rot.
Clever family, little Hades. My niece Athena here being the cleverest of all. You'd never know that she was childless the way she looks after and cares for all of us.
Surely my cleverness comes from your brother and yourself, Lord Uncle Poseidon. And I would only add my feeling is we've more than enough children in this family. Thus no further need for more of them for now.
Interesting. You cannot be stunned and resist damage from bosses specifically. That's really nice. Under some circumstances. That's yeah. So what you're saying is I need to go back in time and fix ancient Greece. Isn't it enough that I'm fixing the entire world today? Do I have to fix the past too? Oh my god.
The power of the gods.
Sorry, Star Wars. God, see you around, Warcraft Code.
You were always such a stubborn fool. Ah.
Hey, look, I can tell you're struggling right now, and maybe this isn't the way to help you through it all, but I want you to have this.
Ah, so you are taking pity on me then? Well, I've no pride like many others here, so I shall take it. Though let's make it a fair exchange, shall we?
I am most grateful to you, sir.
What is that on your wrist there, stranger? Let me see, is that a bracer of the Myrmidons? But then...
Wait, this? How did you know? It's just a keepsake from a friend.
A keepsake? From a friend? You tell your friend, then, that Patroclus waits for him, and that he holds no grudge, should he return to him.
Just checking up on you, sir.
Can I take it off now?
Oh, hi.
I am returned once more to my more earthly capabilities, short one. and I'm able to move freely once again.
Fine change of pace, Asterius. Who needs that old spectacular custom-fitting suit of legendary armor anyway?
You mock me, yet you know nothing of being trapped, enclosed in something and unable to break free. I need no armor to fight you. Not finished. Stop. Thank you for sparring with me, short one. I'm glad we've made a habit of it thus.
Got him again. Olympus, I accept this message. Splitters. This should work.
I don't think we've given Chaos a nectar this run, so...
This is for you, Master Chaos. Everyone beneath the heavens and earth enjoys this stuff.
You honor me in making such an offering. Though please, it is not necessary to endear yourself using material means, for it is the thought alone which counts.
You're welcome, incredibly evil Final Fantasy last boss.
In the name of Hades. There felt different than before. Ready for them. I accept this message.
Damn it, I've gotten that duo several times now. Eh.
What else? Something
Come
else.
on. Give me the thing I want to get rid of. Oh my god. There it is.
Oh, that's cold. Pleased to have you as a friend as well, Charon. The pleasure's mine.
Such a talkative fellow. Forget with him. Oh, we're at the thing with him, apparently.
Gentlemen.
Well now, Asterius, he's returned. And this time we shall have to vanquish him without the aid of our divine armor. A worthy challenge, no?
Be cautious not to underestimate him, King. He has proved troublesome before.
Not Nonsense, my friend. For how can one underestimate that which deserves no esteem whatsoever?
Hey, he's talking about me.
Lady Aphrodite.
Actually, he has never beaten me, no. I beat him legitimately. First try.
Thanks to your support.
And, I've been cheating ever since that run.
Hurry up then, and I shall see you outside.
But I'm sorry, I beat Theseus first try without cheats. I'm actually legitimately proud of that one.
No more dead to deal with, at least.
God, that was such a good build.
I can use this. Fishing time?
Be thankful that the rivers to your realm have not yet frozen over, Zagreus.
Hey, there's a new cast. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Time to fish. Mine. I caught a scuffer.
I like that spell.
Where to?
Yeah, no, that's a nice spell.
My boon from chaos is transformed. Satus. This temple's positively crawling.
Can I get an Emperor Palpatine quote in here?
Okay. In the name of Hades.
Thank you. A surprise, to be sure. But a welcome one. I have decided to kill you horrifically, but fear not. Your death will fuel the hell. Oh wait, that's not Palpatine.
Hey, Satysack already. In the name of Hades. A sack fit for a huge three-headed hound. Should I go fight some satyrs or get out of here?
Vigilant Cerberus decides to look the other way this once.
What's Demeter's legendary? If you don't mind sharing. Or I guess I should say I'm actually asking. Hey, Dad. Let me guess. He's got another cape. Where does he keep getting these things?
You were never supposed to live. Took all of Nyx's strength to circumvent what should have been a certainty. Now you cannot stay dead. Such is the wry humor of the fates.
Nyx saved me, so according to the fates, I was never meant to be born, since neither you nor Mother are of the underworld, something like that? Or was it just another lie you told to Mother and whoever else?
You think everything a lie. The realm beneath our feet was appointed to me on certain conditions, not that I had much of a choice. Among them, a one-time surface dweller such as I would never have an heir.
You really believe that? Then why attempt to have a child anyway?
You don't know anything. Why anyone would choose to have a child is a mystery to me. The Fates said I would never have an heir. Perhaps this was all they meant.
Also, if we're being honest with ourselves, having a child and having an heir are not the same thing in multiple directions.
Wretches of the underworld, I command you now to rise and fight for me. All right then, boy. You've stirred my anger suitably by now. Blast you. You. Oh. Then go. See what awaits you in this realm. Blast you.
No, Walker.
Yes.
Although, ironically, it's the least important of the cheats. I could have had health easily. What I really needed was the ability to one-shot stuff. Oh, wow. I had a couple legendaries. Let's go.
Titan blood. Beyond the frozen overlook, await the first glimpse of the sun to your left, then onward through the cold. I'm here. Hello, Mother. I discovered how come Father led you to
This is
believe
4,
that I
right?
could not survive past birth. He didn't lie to you exactly, so he says.
Wait, slow down, Zagreus. What do you mean? He told me you would not survive your birth, yet here you are. How wasn't that a lie?
Because he thought it was the truth. The Fates appointed him dominion over the entire underworld, but he would never have an heir, so he was led to understand. He never expected me to be born, much less survive.
He never expected you to survive. Then, forgive my asking, but why did you? How did you? The Fates are not known for making mistakes when it comes to such things.
Have you ever heard of this guy called Kratos?
Nyx saved my life. Or gave me life, I guess. Then raised me in your absence. The Fates are her daughters, right? Maybe she persuaded them to go easier on me. She cannot say more. In any case, apparently it took her quite a while to revive me, and by then you were gone.
Nyx. Of course she was involved. I only managed to escape because of her. Then she restored my stillborn son to life and nurtured him? And I never would have known unless that child, fully grown and having learned the truth, defied his father and then found me here.
Yes, although we still don't know how come Father and Nyx never sent for you. Though, let me ask you something, Mother, if you please. If you had found out that I was born and very much alive, would you have come back?
Would I have come back? To see my only child? Had I but known you lived, I would have gladly gone through hell again to see you, Zagreus. Of course I would have.
I don't know, this place looks pretty nice. Maybe you should stay here. I hear it's rent controlled even.
Well then, what if Father didn't want you doing that?
What if he didn't want me coming back to him? Or seeing you? Oh no, you're fading again, Zagreus. You've pushed yourself too hard. But what is it you meant by what you said?
It's just a hunch of mine.
Yeah, Persephone is secretly the super optional boss of the game. Actually, is there a super optional in this? You don't have to tell me what it is. I'm just curious if there is one.
Father wanted her to leave, didn't he?
Petals.
Huh? Oh, neat. Thanks. It's not so bad that you keep coming back like this, is it? At least for me it isn't.
I'm getting used to it. Though I don't think I'd feel particularly welcome anymore if not for you, Hypnos.
Natural causes got you again, huh? That's a real shame. I mean, imagine one day you're just going about your business and then, you're dead. Although I guess you don't have to imagine it like I do.
Admittedly, I wasn't thinking of Charon. But if he's the only optional, then I guess he's the super optional. By, you know, process of elimination.
Dusa, there is something you should know about me. Me and Nyx, that is. She's not my real mother. My real mother's called Persephone. She's out there somewhere. On the surface. That's why I left. Wait, just a moment. Are you laughing?
No, it's just, I'm really sorry. I can't help it. I, didn't want to interrupt because I kind of knew all that already. Meaning, I had heard about it. Everybody talks, you know, from time to time. But I just really hope you find her soon.
I trust you not to mention this to everybody in the house, but I have. Found her, that is. I'm trying to figure out what happens next. Can't really talk about it yet, so bear with me.
Whoa, that is exciting. What's she really like? Is she tall? Does she have your eyes? Where does she live? What does she do? Does she have a job? What color is her hair? Is she, you know, is she with anybody?
Dusa, I just can't right now.
She didn't leave, though. Holy crap. I think that's the first time.
I paid for it. I can mess with it.
Ah, now this is something, lad. I'd hate to think that you've returned to bring me this just for my sake. Though I'm grateful, really.
You've always been there for me, Achilles. Even when Father pushed me away. This is nothing. I don't think I can ever repay you.
How fare your labors, lad? You have a certain look about you. Everything all right?
It's just, within Elysium, I happened on a shade who said he knew you. Said he misses you. Do you know a Patroclus, sir?
What? Yes. I knew Patroclus. Is he all right?
I don't know. He seemed like he's known better times than these. Is there something I should say to him if I run into him again?
Please send him my regards. And all my love. I think of him always. But I cannot see him any longer. And you mustn't ask me why, do you understand? Now, leave me be, please, lad. I need some time.
Okay.
Take care then, sir.
I'm not gonna be a dick and say why.
As it always was.
Even though that's exactly what I'm thinking right now.
Oh, what's this?
What are the themes?
I think we'll go with this. This style reminds me of the surface. Good motivating factor.
You spend exorbitant resources on festoonery.
Oh, I didn't see that change anything. That would be why. We could do a chaos theme. We're not doing that.
Let's do it. If anybody needs to see their own reflection down the hall, well, now they can.
Reflect upon your many failings with that boy.
Oh, there are so many, though.
Work approved. If Achilles is going to stand around eternally, it might as well take place on something soft.
Here's a shade, boy. What use has he for supple carpeting?
Just for you, Dream Whisperer. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. Just for you, Dream Whisperer.
How about this, Contractor?
And for
I'd
no
like
other
to think
reason.
Master Chaos would approve of this style.
I'm gonna change it after one run.
Resources to waste the way you please.
Contractor, work approved. My mage Lord Dionysus can inspire me to keep a bright and healthy attitude toward life.
Healthy attitude? From him?
Why, this is absolutely splendid, Zagreus. Is this really for me? It's so very kind of you to think of me like this.
I want you to have it, Orpheus. You've brightened up our lives down here more than you know. I only wish that you could see that.
Good night, Anapathetic.
Orpheus, I saw Eurydice again. I couldn't bring myself to do exactly as you asked. I sort of mentioned you.
You what? Oh, what I meant to say was... Oh, did you perchance get the impression she yet harbors toward me feelings of resentment and the like?
You seem to be a bit of a sore subject, yes. What happened to the two of you, if I may ask?
Oh, it's just... I almost saved her soul from this domain back when I lived and breathed. But in the final moments of my rescue, my faith faltered. She is lost to me forever now. Though I'm pleased to hear she isn't lost to you.
I'll have to get to the bottom of this later.
So Charon's locked, Hades is locked. I haven't seen Zeus. That's actually funny. I haven't seen... Or Aphrodite, or Artemis, or... I'm up to 2 in Dionysus. And Demeter.
I told you, boy. I told you. There's no escape from here. Learn that the hard way, then.
You could have told me more important things. Mother left because she never even knew I was alive, thanks to you. She's got a lot of questions herself, as you can probably imagine. I'm headed back to her. You going to cooperate?
Nonsense. Listen to me. If you have any sense remaining in that head of yours, I caution you not to discuss this here and now.
Let me go. Let me find her. She demands it.
No. I'll hear no demands from you.
Where's the master bedroom?
Father's chambers. Always locked.
Oh, I guess that answers that question.
There you are. How can I possibly accept such generosity, my child? Surely others whom you know are more deserving of such offerings.
Nonsense, Nyx. I want you to have it. You've always cared for me. I can't ever repay you for that. Nyx, you saved my life. Gave me life when I was born. Father told me. I don't know what to say. Why didn't you tell me?
There are many things that I am not at liberty to speak of, child. Through my own binding choice. These circumstances are among them. Suffice it to say that your revival required the extent of my ability and considerable time.
We need to just kill the Fates.
I never should have been born. Is that what the Fates wanted? Did you defy your own daughters?
Silence. Tempt not my daughters thus.
Thank them for me. I'll take the gemstones.
The dead have utterly no use for sustenance, although they try to feast upon it anyway, as though imagining the customs of the mortal life brings them some sense of peace.
I wish I did not know that. Here's the catch of the day. Or night.
Don't worry about it too much. Where are we at with Megara? Oh, right.
Flattery won't get you anywhere. We can't go back to how things used to be.
Flattery never got me anywhere with you to begin with, Meg. Doesn't mean I won't keep trying. I am ever stubborn, aren't I?
What are you doing here? I heard you finally made it out. What, did you break out of here only to die in some pathetic way on the surface?
Long story, but yeah. Boils down to what you said, more or less.
So you're going back out there again. Well, it's your business, not mine. For your sake, I hope it's worth it.
Favorite boss? Oh, Hades, easily. He's a very well-designed boss fight.
How about we put this there?
Oh my god. It's just such a crappy poster.
The ever-smiling, wine-washed countenance of the great Lord Dionysus now adorns the prince's chamber wall, thus radiating questionable influence.
It's like we share a bond, man.
Excuse me. What did we do last time? Punching. Oh, right. It's like, what's the room-changing mirror mean? That's, this one? No, this one. Yes. Let's get 800 rerolls. Let's get the worst gun in the game. Actually, hang on.
What are the limits of your power?
Oh, all those suck.
My aspect of Exegret feels even stronger.
What's all that racket over there?
Nothing.
You been messing with that shooty thing, pal? Hey, now that's what I'm talking about. Thanks, boy, yo. Won't forget you doing me a solid like this. Cross my heart.
No need to thank me, mate. But don't you dare forget it, or I'll attack you repeatedly and without mercy.
Haha. Where we at with him? Nowhere. Oh my goodness.
You know, pal, when you're not around and it's just me and all your weapons, I mean your infernal arms right over there, between us, they are making me a bit uncomfortable.
Can't blame you, mate. I wouldn't want to be stuck in a chamber with a bunch of legendary, quite possibly malevolent killing artifacts. Anything I can do?
Oh, I didn't mean it like a bad thing, boyo. The weirder you make those things, the more it gives me the shakes and keeps me hopping like this nice and steady till the next time you get back. So thanks.
You're welcome.
Sure. Let's see what that one does.
After taking damage, become invincible for 1 second. Refreshes after 7 seconds. In the final encounter in each underworld region, take 0 damage the first 3 times the boss hits you. Or a boss hits you. Interesting.
Might help.
Alright, so I'm going to AFK briefly as soon as the music starts here. So I can go deal with my teeth. I'll be right back. Actually, this is probably a bit too repetitive of a song, isn't it? Alright, I'll finish this room, then I'll do it. Boop.
Uncle Poseidon, this here is for you. Would that my father were as easygoing as yourself.
Ah, a show of generosity from my most favored nephew. Your gift is mightily appreciated. I'll just go ahead and add it to the pile.
You have a pile?
Nephew, I'm mightily impressed with your ability to cull those rivers there of all the denizens of my domain. Your crusty father's not entitled to the bounties of the sea. But on my limitless authority, you are. You have my rod of fishing. Now have this.
What is this?
Well, I guess I'll get that ability. Thanks, Poseidon. Super grateful, buddy. What if someone dies at sea? Like, do they still go to Hades? Or hell? Or whatever? Just... Lore keep. I like it.
No thanks. I'll take another.
Wow.
Alright, who's next?
Alright, I'm using the gun.
Where now?
Yep, that's a good point.
See that hexagriff?
I like all of those. Okay.
What else we got? May this small offering bring you some joy there on Olympus, Lady Demeter. Thank you for all your help.
A conscientious gift, my little sprout, and I am grateful for your generosity. A bit of nectar cut straight through the cold, I say. My daughter to a base-born farm boy, she... Why, little sprout, I wasn't very kind to her, I think. Certainly not once her father passed. It was her mortal blood that made her weak. Born to mortals, taken by mortals, I suspect. So now they pay.
I'm sorry, what?
Time for a change. Lord Zeus, Uncle, please accept this offering and all my gratitude.
Goodness, nephew, that's an offering indeed. I'm thankful for your piety to me, and as a show of generosity to you in turn, I present this.
My thanks, Lord Uncle Zeus.
I gather Lady Demeter's already got a frigid hold on you. Certainly not the warmest member of the clan, now is she? But do be patient with her, she's been through a lot.
I mean, you know I'm getting the lightning gun. Of course I am.
Time to make some changes around here.
Actually, no, we'll go with this.
I think I see a fish.
What? 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 Okay. Nope, that sucks.
Just what I need. Sure, why not? Got you. Wow, a skin scion. Blasted doomstone then. For you, Lady Athena, without whom I would assuredly be lost.
This is an unexpected gesture, cousin. I do appreciate it, though please do not feel obliged. I offer you my friendship, not alone to be repaid. I so look forward to our meeting face to face amongst the gods, dear cousin. Olympus shall be merrier and wiser once you're here.
Strength of the goddess. I implore the fates.
Yeah, I've already met Demeter. Already met Zeus.
How about another? What else we got?
Okay.
Olympus, I accept this message. Let's go meet Master Chaos. Master Chaos, forebear of the gods, it is an honor to have met you. Please accept this gift.
Seldom do mortals or immortals think of making offerings to me. As I do not expect such token gestures, I am very much amused, and I accept. Lord Poseidon offered you his blessing, it would seem. He can be rather boastful and belligerent, exhibiting the most unattractive manners of your father and Lord Zeus alike.
Burn, I think. But no, we have not yet given one to Aphrodite. Or Artemis, I think. Like at all.
Change of plan.
Granted.
I won't have it.
And I still appreciate him, Yada. But you can't overwhelm on boat jokes. It's probably good to go ahead and pull back for now.
Olympus, I accept this message. Athena won't mind, will she? By the three fates. Thanatos.
Thought I'd find you here. Still at it, I see. You're stubborn, and you are going to get me in a heap of trouble before all is said and done. You wretches never seem to learn, do you?
They really don't.
With such empty gestures, Zag. You've said you're getting out of here. Best focus on that and leave me be.
It's not an empty gesture, then. Besides, if I wasn't trying to stay focused, I'd be drinking it myself.
Listen to me. I don't know how else to put this, but I want you to come home voluntarily. It's not just you swept up in all this nonsense now. And I know you didn't ask for me to get involved, but what did you expect?
Fan, home is never going to be the same for me. There's no use trying to pretend. I have to go.
You don't have to do anything of the sort. You have no idea how good you've had it here. Maybe someday you'll come to understand.
Let's try this instead.
It's okay, Thanatos. You'll still have Hypnos to keep you company.
Lord Poseidon.
I thought for certain you were well on your way out of there last time, nephew. But no matter. We'll just get you on another voyage to the top.
We haven't used his call yet.
Poseidon's strength. Charon's shot. Cheers, mate.
Now, little Hades, you have met my brother Zeus. He's sometimes known as King of all the gods. Although in many ways he's not as powerful as I, or anywhere as dashing.
Now, brother, you know better than to say such things about me, I should think. I know that tact does not come easily to you, but I'd be careful what you say to our good nephew there.
Anyway, as I was saying, little Hades, Brother Zeus is king of all the gods, and the most dashing, powerful, and hey, let's face it, godliest of all.
I'll pay for that.
Yep, Zeus is still Zeus. Can confirm.
Murder! Murder! Murder!
I was really hoping we could change the subject. Please?
Murderer! Murderer!
The walls. The others flew off. Blood. I'll just be a moment, Father. Next
You won't be anything at all.
I wonder what her thing is for murder.
Now we're getting somewhere. All right then. Power of primordial chaos.
Oh, hey. Just the ingredient I needed, hun. Thank you so much. You know, you weren't near as bad as I'd heard.
What have you heard?
Oh, don't worry. We're still getting to know each other. Plenty of time for me to live up to my notorious reputation. Though I'm surprised you've heard of me at all.
Hey there, hun. So what do you think? Pretty good tune, right? Don't know how come everybody doesn't sing. Lightens the mood, passes the time. What's not to like?
It's a beautiful song. Even though you're angry with him, Orpheus, I mean, you're always singing still.
Oh, it's not Orpheus' song. You kidding me? This one's all mine. He always did like going on about how I'm his muse. Well, that's because I wrote half his songs for him. Bet he didn't mention that, did he?
Well, not exactly in those words, but Orpheus can be a little hard to pass.
He can be a little hard to tolerate. A quality I hope isn't going to rub off on any of his mates. I should get back to practicing. See ya. Sounds good. No problem.
Not what I need right now. Till next time.
Careful, hon.
I wouldn't want to be the person who punishes murderers. I gotta be real.
Next up. Message for me. Lord Hermes, sir, you fast for nothing in return, and so please take this humble offering, because it's nothing, really.
Well, no, that's awful kind there, cuz. No need to thank me, though. Not so profusely, anyhow.
You'd think that once you break free to the surface, we could see you from Olympus a bit more than usual, but no, it's like you're shrouded in eternal night up here. Something like that. Odd, right?
Awfully specific terminology there.
That's the stuff.
I don't think we've talked to Athena this round.
Moving right along.
But yeah, the problem is there would be no way to just say you're a murderer, boop. You'd have to actually judge them, figure out if they actually were a murderer, the specific circumstances that led to their death, all that fun stuff. Which means looking into their past, which means looking into some truly depraved people's brains. And no, thank you.
In the name of Hades.
Well, that's the other side of it. If my only job is to punish and not judge, well, then I would have to trust the judge on that punishment, which I wouldn't, of course. I mean, would you trust the Olympians that these people are actually guilty of things?
Goddess Athena.
It's taking too long to this run. I noticed we seem to get locked into a certain number of deities each run. So I think we're kind of locked in at this point. Yeah, see? Like, Athena, Zeus, Demeter. We're definitely kind of locked in here. Sure. Let's piss off Zeus.
What have I done, good nephew, to deserve such scorn? Your lapse in judgment here is not so easy to forgive, yet easily punished.
Hate to do this, Uncle.
That's a fun effect.
Looks like I angered him. My chaos beam evolved a new effect.
Oh, nephew, but I simply can't stay wrathful toward you, much as I might try. They're better not to tempt me, just in case.
So if I have to be in charge of punishing, there's no way out, there's no way to make it better, it's just, I'm stuck punishing. What do I go with?
Mate? Another new look for you, I see, Bone Hydra.
Got it. I shall punish all the kittens. That'll be my particular job in the afterlife.
Whoa, that's not good.
And trust me, those kittens are not going to like their punishment. They're going to get scritches and hugs and levels. Lots of places they can just hang out, scratching things. And sunbeams they could lie in, just all over the place. It's going to be terrible.
Off to taint Elysium again?
Onward, then. In the bag.
What? It's my job to punish them. I can decide whatever punishment I wish to.
Pleasant temperature.
If they're gonna get scritches, it's just gonna be the worst. I don't know how they'll survive, honestly. The tasty food. Someone earlier, I think it was Pillars of Snow. Yeah, I know, Dream Whisperer. I thought about doing that, but honestly. And I wasn't trying to thought. What did I just say? Yes, Ventures, I have seen the statue of several $1,000. Yep. I could not buy that statue. Would not be possible.
A palm of power. Got some zest.
Oh, I legitimately don't remember what I was talking about. Whatever, I guess it doesn't matter. So, for God's sakes.
You have met the champion, the king. Let us see if you are fit to face him once again.
Dude, I got a gun.
You mean face both of you together, which doesn't seem particularly fair.
Life isn't particularly
that was it.
Nor death. I'd have expected you to know as much. But here, have your fair fight.
So, it might not have been Pillars of Snow, but somebody said something about, you know, why should the afterlife be unpleasant?
Well done.
Life sucks, so why should the afterlife suck?
Worthy challenger. Most welcome here.
It reminds me of a quote from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, actually.
I guess I win this round.
Life is cruel. Why should the afterlife be any different?
In the name of Hades.
Yeah, Davy Jones says that. It's part of his justification for why he does what he does.
Uncle Poseidon.
Oh no, I don't agree with him at all. It's just you saying that reminded me of that quote. Because yeah, Davy Jones is a monster, and I don't just mean because he's got tentacles on his face. Not even because he's voiced by Bill Nye.
Strength of the centaurs. strength.
I think I've given a thing to all these people so far.
Should help keep me going.
Actually, I have a little bit, Ross. Very unpleasant time in human history.
Well, Hellspawn, you stained my honor last we battled here. But as you plainly see, I have returned, as has Asterius. And we've no shortage of honor left to spare.
Shouldn't I be the champion of Elysium now that I've beaten you? Isn't there someone else around to challenge me? Say, Heracles? Someone less chatty?
Ah, very clever, fiend. Invoking Heracles' name in an attempt to drive me to a jealous rage. It shall not work, but you shall dearly pay nevertheless.
What is the matter, fiend? Is your weak sense of resolve already shaken?
Lady Aphrodite, I invoke your aid.
Could you?
There's my shade.
Still just the one. You'd think at some point I'd have more than one. But yeah, studying the golden age of piracy is one of the reasons why I tend to distinguish between pirates and pirates, since there's a fairly big gap between the two.
Go with that one. I'm almost to the top. Clear.
Funny, considering he's in Kingdom Hearts playthrough, but I agree completely. What the heck is Black Sails, Loner? I mean, I'm assuming based on context clues it's a show.
Here's the fee.
Unseemly to make contact from that most unpleasant boatman's stash of ill-gotten wares. Nonetheless, this was an opportunity.
I mean, I'm not going to say no, but I think at this point, with the streamination queue as full as it is, like, we'll see. Tiny Seas, hey.
Let's see what's in here.
What's Treasure Island? I feel like I've seen that, whatever it is, but I don't have a memory of it right now. Okay, never mind then. Part of the reason I was holding out for the dash being Poseidon's is I have a thing right now, a duo thing, where every time someone gets knocked back, they get hit by lightning. Like if you pay attention, you can see the lightning bolts coming in there.
Lord Dionysus, mate, you have made the mood down here materially less miserable, and I am much obliged.
What is that from me? Why, Zach, I mean, you really shouldn't have. You know I can't get enough of this stuff, right? You gotta let me in on something, Zach. How did you gather up so much ambrosia there? I mean, sometimes I think the stuff is plentiful up here, but you are positively swimming in it, man.
Interesting.
Lord Uncle Zeus won't mind, will he?
I don't think Zeus cares. So Evo asked a question. Do judges ever quit their jobs because of the stress and trauma? I mean, obviously judges do quit their jobs eventually. That's part of the thing. Retirement is a thing and all that. But I've never written a story where a judge has quit over stress. I don't think they'd ever quit over trauma. I don't think that's something that would happen.
Found it already. Olympus, I accept this message. Cerberus can never get enough of this stuff. Say this, good poor.
After deliberating briefly, Cerberus concludes that yes, he shall accept the sack.
Thanks, Cerberus. They do, Evo, really? That's news to me. I'm curious which messed up people's... Well, which messed up people they're looking into. It very much is Dream Whisperer, yes. Mental health is a really big deal in the Empire.
Been waiting long?
This cold, white substance falling slowly from the heavens. Snow, they call it. Look carefully upon each fleck. Tiny crystals, but structurally weak. They melt. This surface realm, it is held up by mine.
If you're quite finished teaching me about this snow phenomenon, can we get on with brutally trying to kill each other here?
You wish to have your mortal-colored blood spill once again upon this bed of snow, then fine. Let us proceed.
What color is Icar supposed to be?
A wasted effort. Your own father. What choice does that leave me?
You can die. Irma die.
Let's see you deal with this.
Get him away.
Blast you, boy. You think you are superior to me? You are a fool. You'll never truly win.
Probably not.
There. In the name of Hades. Not yet. This can unlock a hidden aspect of my weapons.
So... I don't mean to sound dismissive, Evo, but the idea that the only cases that judges would cover are the worst of criminal cases is kind of like presuming that the only purpose a military has is to shoot people.
So
Zagreus?
bright.
So good to see you again, Zagreus. Since last you left, I couldn't help but think the worst about what happened after I had left. Or soon before. You mentioned Nyx. You don't suppose that she and Hades wanted me out of the way?
I just don't think that can be. Though let me ask you, how long did you know Father? And Nyx for that matter? Did they seem trustworthy?
Yes. I knew them long enough to have decided yes, that they were trustworthy. As much as anyone I've ever met. But I also know never to be trusting to a fault. I have to consider the possibility I was deceived.
Especially since neither of them is being forthcoming with me even now, right? And yet, I have this feeling something else is going on, Mother. The way that Father speaks of you, the way Nyx speaks of you, I think they care for you.
Well, they have a funny way of showing it, I think. Your father, so... you have to get through him each time you visit me?
I do. Mother, what if Father thinks that he's protecting you? Have you considered that?
Protecting me? Why, Zagreus, what do you mean by that? As you can see, I can fend for myself.
Well, you're from Olympus, aren't you? But the gods, none of them seem to know you're here. So...
What? How would you know something like that? Zagreus? Ah, curse the fates. You're leaving me again.
I'm telling you, these are getting shorter.
I won't be long.
I don't know if that's deliberate or not, or just a coincidence of the cutscenes. I will absolutely compare it to Resident Evil 4, Zactaft, and probably Resident Evil 2R and 3R, because it's a Resident Evil game. Petals.
Hold that thought, Mother.
Petals.
Mr. Hypnos, I wanted to check in with you again regarding the procession line that's right in front of you, right over there. It's moving pretty slow.
I know. Those shades, they just go on and on and on and on forever, blathering about this or that. I mean, Lord Hades, it's a wonder he can stand it, listening to them every day or night.
Well, it's just, I think you were supposed to keep things moving, so if they're taking too long, I guess maybe you could say something, or any bright ideas?
It's a toughie, Dusa, because I think it's important that the shades who wait their turn, why, that they get a chance to say their piece. But it's a real tricky situation you bring up, so let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I am going to sleep on it, and then get back to you.
Okay, well, if you don't, though, I'll check in with you again later, I guess, because I'm under orders, so, bye.
Goodbye.
Okay. Sure. Well, let's do our rounds. Then we'll talk about judges a bit more.
All this generosity, I'm just an old killer. Yet you treat me like I'm the one who's royalty around here. That's about the last thing I would have expected when first I set foot in this house.
You were a great hero, Achilles. And guess what? You still are. And always will be, if you ask me. You deserve so much better than just this. I wish there was more that I could do.
Thank you, then. And do not worry about me. I'm fortunate to be here. And besides, a teacher couldn't have asked for a better pupil.
How's the rug treating you?
Hey, listen a moment, lad. I require your discretion with regards to whom we spoke about last time. The Shade you met with in Elysium.
I understand. What can I do about this, sir? There must be something. But you have to let me know what's going on.
Simply put, he is the reason that I'm here. Patroclus lost his life before I did, because of me. I shortly followed, in a rage. When I arrived here, I received a hero's welcome. Your father himself ushered me to Elysium. But that's not what I wanted.
You wanted to see Patroclus, but he's in Elysium while you... Oh no.
Yep.
I signed a pact, lad. Felt the terms were good enough. He could live there, while I'd live here, at least for now. Such deals are most uncommon, and their confidentiality must be upheld. But let's speak no more of this for now, all right? Some other time.
All right.
Sure. And if you stop asking questions, Evo, then I'll immediately quit the game. So you gotta keep asking. But I will answer that question. I want to get to the point where I have nothing to... Where it won't interrupt the game. I can't give him a nectar.
I met her, you know. Persephone, I mean. You look more like your father, but you have her eyes. One of them, anyway.
You never spoke of her to me. You must have known. You kept the truth from me, same as Nyx.
It's not like that. I didn't know any more than you. Besides, Lord Hades ordered all of us to never speak of her again. I thought it just a bad relationship. I didn't realize she left her son.
Something tells me Father wouldn't let her take me even if she wanted.
I was looking all over for you.
Only the very best treats for my best friend, right, boy?
Cerberus yelps in merriment upon receiving such a generous offering.
Yelps? Thank you, Scatteray. Always appreciate that support. Thank you. If you want to put that towards the game, please let me know. And I will have the wrong thing open. Here we go.
Hey, did you see, boy? The old lounge is good as new again. You ought to check it out. Just don't annihilate it like you did last time.
Each savage countenance of Cerberus lights up to hear the news, doubtless beginning to assemble stratagems for ravaging the lounging area once more.
Don't even think about it, boy.
XCOM 2, you got it.
What did I tell you, boy? Ever wasteful of your time and mine. How fares my underworld,
Pretty boring.
I don't know how you can stand it.
Well, at least some things are running smoothly still. Next you go to die again, do give the tortured souls out there my warm regards.
Here's the commission. Maybe this knitted effigy of some sort of surface creature will keep Cerberus occupied.
Cerberus has much better things to do than play with toys.
What's the difference, Raven King?
Oh, why? I'm very much obliged that you have thought of me again for such a wonderfully thoughtful gift.
It's nothing, Orpheus. Thank you for all the inspiration through your song. I love your work, mate.
Pray tell me something, Zagreus. How is she lately, Eurydice, I mean. Her hair? Fall colors or full bloom? Her poise? As proud and supple as the oak?
I don't think I'd call an oak supple.
She's all right, Orpheus. Seems comfortable within her little place in Asphodel. The only thing that seems to bother her at all is when I mention you. Is there nothing you can do to patch things up?
Alas, I cannot change the past, my friend. So no. As you can plainly see by now, I'm dead to her. Rightfully so, at that.
But that's just a technicality. I mean, you're here, she's there. So what if you're not breathing anymore? You have all eternity ahead of you. Don't you want to see her again?
Don't I want to see my Eurydice again? Why, yes. That more than anything, my friend. Provided she wanted to see me. I tried once to disturb her everlasting rest, as you well know. And that did not pan out as I had hoped.
Oh, for God's sakes. Get your balls out your purse and go talk to her.
You're
Jesus.
not making this easy, Orpheus.
Ugh.
Which one? You just protect me.
How's it going?
Zeus.
Well, pal, you have come a pretty long way, let me tell you. I think most of the smarts I've picked up you know by now. And so, if I'm fresh out of tips for you, guess there's only one thing left to do.
Stand there eternally to be wailed upon at my whim using whichever weapon suits me at the time.
Yep, now hop to it. Look here, pal, I can't just keep accepting these from you. Now, when they're paying me already, I got standards to uphold, you know?
I will look the other way if you do, mate. Now here, or else.
Where are we at with them? Oh, we're nowhere on any of these.
Chaos.
That's
What's the worst that could happen?
My favorite type of questions are ones involving either the Trek rewrite or the extant, which I suppose I could summarize by saying creative questions. There's someone I haven't talked to in a while.
Lady Artemis, I hope that you'll accept this offering for all your kindness and support.
Hey, thank you for this, really. And I've just the thing to offer in return. It's just a gift, okay?
I think Artemis and Dionysus are my two favorites, by the way.
Lady Artemis, you honor me.
I'm with you every step till you arrive here, Zagreus. Then I will probably ignore you like the rest. Just warning you ahead of time, all right?
Thanks.
On the prowl.
I summon you.
Master Chaos, I pledge never to forget you or your good graces. May your wisdom and your whim forever guide me.
Is this an offering of fealty or friendship, son of Hades? I do not wish to know from you the answer, so that I might dwell on it and all the possibilities.
Nice. We're actually pretty far with Chaos, I think.
Will you enjoy a moment's peace within my space before venturing on in uncertainty? To my surprise, I must admit, I do appreciate the company.
Listen, I think we all know all introverts must die, right? I wonder how much that would reduce the population of the Earth. Random question. So, Evo asks, what do judges judge? Now, the problem here is the easy answer to that question is everything. What did I say? Everything, not everyone. A semi-common practice is for judges to be petitioned for literally information. It's actually a fairly extensive set of codes, please forgive me for not actually going in depth into it, about exactly what is allowed to be asked of judges under certain circumstances, to make sure that their time isn't wasted. Obviously a judge can simply say no, and frankly often does.
Show yourselves. Chaos boon switched to a new effect.
That's it? So we've got Artemis and Ares this time around. That's a fun combo.
Let's go, Doomstone. Lord Ares, please accept this offering for giving me such strength as necessary to succeed.
You are a flatterer, my death-inflicting kin. And I am feeling generous as well, so here, a small token for you of my affection.
You have my thanks, Lord Ares.
I know your efforts to come here have repeatedly been thwarted, my good kin. However, we have caused such violence in the intervening time that we must take this as a real victory. Let us continue for however long it takes.
God, it's terrible, Huthor. It's terrible, isn't it?
It's me or them.
So to use the example I like to pull out, this is of course a little bit low-tech, but let's assume for a moment there's two farmers. They happen to live near each other's land. Now, one of them wakes up one day. Damn it, I knew it! It's okay, I'll make it work anyways. One of them wakes up one day and their fence is knocked down. And there's some of the neighboring farmers' sheep are in their area, eating all their crops. Ooh, that should be fun.
The gods want me to choose.
How nice of you.
Did I detect some hesitancy on your part just then? Perhaps you knew that you were making a mistake. No matter, you'll learn now.
He'll get over it. I angered him, I guess.
The sacrifice in blood is fully paid and we are squared away. Though, think you twice next time before you cross me,
Too good of an offer to pass up. Now what?
So, fence knocked down. They petition the local judge. Well, now what? Now, the judge will be able to do everything in that case, because that's kind of how that works. Ooh, I like that.
Good as new.
So the judge can look into the situation and say, okay, well, who actually knocked down the fence? Why did that fence get knocked down by them? Was it an accident or not? Etc. So, you know, a couple hypothetical situations. Maybe it's a complete incident. Maybe it's literally just the fact that there was some rampaging rhino nearby, or made-up fantasy species of your choice that actually happened to knock down the fence, and so the goats who woke up early noticed the fence open and went, delicious food, and decided to go have fun with it, right? Or maybe the first farmer actually deliberately knocked down the fence as a little bit of a spiteful thing. They didn't want to really cause that much harm, but, you know, they were really pissed off at that poker game last night, so they wanted to just do a little bit of sabotage. Or maybe the first farmer did it in order to set up the second farmer, knock down their own fence, and so forth and so on. I don't understand that question at all, Evo, so could you explain that question to me, please? Either way, the judge looks into the situation, knows the truth, because that's what a judge can do, and then says, alright, here's what we do with this.
Charon's shop.
Demeter? Again? Alright.
Pleasure doing business.
Well, we haven't done this one yet. Up.
Charon, mate. As a long-time customer, I just wanted to take a moment to thank you again for your invaluable service as a part of my repeated attempts at getting out of here. What would I have done without your wares all these many times? Besides dying a lot faster. Well, I meant every word.
Right.
Hi, you two.
So, check it out, sis. The god of trash is here. Let's get to work.
You know, I'd make fun of the idea of a god of trash, but there's actually a Loa of refuse and debris in Warcraft, and she's actually pretty legit. It would be more accurate to say that all cases can be brought before a judge. And also, obviously, not just judges. So I mentioned information. Let's say you reach out to the judge. I don't know. What's something you want to know about real life, Evo? Just help me out here. Judges are rare, yeah. There's probably only like one within a major particular municipality. Take.
Heading up. Got it.
I don't understand.
The Asphodel Meadows.
Surely there's something about real life that you don't know that you would like to know. Surely there's something, right? Is there nothing? Oh my god. But yeah, it would depend on the area too. Obviously it's not going to be uniform. That would be funny.
Hermes, my friend. May I call you my friend? I hope this modest offering will lift your spirits but won't slow you down.
I look like I got the sort of time to sit next to cuz, well, guess what? I do. So cheers.
You're welcome. Where we at with him? Nowhere.
Glad that you finally got out of there, cuz. Big congratulations due for that. Congrats. The secret's safe with me, of course. The others here, they think you're still at it. Though, I guess you are.
Steady now.
Okay, there you go. Was there civilization before 10 millennia ago? Perfect type of question. So what you can do is you can petition your local judge for a request for information. I would like to petition the judge a response to this particular piece of information. So then the judge could take that request, consider it, and based on their purview decide, yeah, okay, I'll go and answer that. There's also some bureaucracy I'm kind of skipping over because, duh.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Nothing comes freely for the mortals on the surface, nephew. And from the sound of things, it isn't any different with that Charon character.
More bone rakers.
So, I mentioned bureaucracy. Sorry, I'm kind of spacing really badly here. Asking for questions.
I thank you, my lord Uncle Zeus.
A lot of dialogue, too.
Your thunderous might.
You honor me, young man, as well you should, for I am ruler of Olympus, am I not? Such courtesies are shown me constantly, yet I appreciate them all.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm Zeus, I'm evil. Moving on.
Poseidon sought you out already, hmm? My boastful brother gets on with Lord Hades even worse than I, so let me put a little spark into his storms for you.
The might of the heavens.
Gotta love Zeus. Humble boy. Alright, so, you know, let's say that a petition comes in for information to a judge, and it says, hey, where'd I leave my keys? Well, there's a, for lack of a better word to put it, a tier 0 that filters that to make sure that that question never even reaches, that's interesting, never even reaches a judge's desk, right? This is actually something I've talked about in chess real-life applications, too. A lot of people tend to think that tier 0 jobs are, you know, the dregs that nobody cares about, blah, blah, blah. Those people are idiots. A proper and well-trained and well-motivated and well-paid tier 0 is invaluable in order to filter. Not for the sake of a company being evil or horrible, but simply for the sake of actually making sure that the nonsense is filtered out so the real issues can be dealt with. That's true in medical terms, that's true in police, that's true in tech support.
Charon, I realize you have a very busy schedule and certainly needn't keep going out of your way for me like this, so here, just a small token of my appreciation for you. If you ever want to talk, know that I'm here. Thank you, mate.
So, in other words, the judges have tier 0s that are there to filter out the nonsense to make sure that, you know,
come to fulfill my father's wishes.
So there's not a lot of noise that's getting through to them. There's petitions for information, there's court cases, actual cases. That also would apply to things like corporate dealings, large-scale trade dealings. Judges sometimes get assigned to major envoys or diplomatic engagements. I would honestly have a harder time listing the kind of things a judge cannot or has not done than to list the kind of stuff that they handle. Does that answer? Probably not, because it's taken me like 10 minutes to get that answer out across lots of people talking under me.
Just as we were finishing cleaning up.
Next region.
And yeah, that's another thing. You know there's going to be some internal affairs judges.
Elysium.
They can and do handle crime cases, although not always. Obviously, that's kind of a case-by-case thing. But if you decide to horrifically stab me for some reason, which I'm not sure why you keep stabbing me, then yeah, that's, these...
Deadlier than ever.
And that's the kind of thing they could look into. Damn it, I knew it, Uthor! You know, honestly, after both Kata and BFA, I wouldn't be surprised if they just personally have it out for me. That dude Main's a warrior, right? Well, screw him!
Good enough to eat.
I suppose it also depends on your definition of terrible, it just occurred to me, because everyone has different definitions of that word. So, would anything that I consider terrible be a case that crosses their desk? Very unlikely. But I don't know your definition of the word, therefore I cannot... Oh, come on, Uthor! So I'm not sure if they would actually handle anything you would consider terrible.
In the name of Hades.
No, I don't, Ross. I would love for that to be true, but I don't think that's going to be true. Why is that unlikely? You know the core precept of the extant, Evo.
You and me, butterfly ball. Your power and your wisdom have been of such help, good Lady Demeter.
I mean, exactly, Scattering. So, Your Honor, this person invented a weapon that can erase people from time. Retroactively. Cool.
I was quite certain that the youth today was lacking any sort of tactfulness, young Zagreus. For once, I'm thankful to be proven wrong. I don't suppose... No. It is nothing, little sprout. It's just... I hear such wicked rumors now and then about my daughter. Lost to me. And what became of her. Kore, we called her then. Persephone is what she called herself. Before she vanished utterly, leaving no trace.
Wait, Persephone, mother is Demeter's daughter?
Cool. Let's not tell her where her daughter is. That already... I don't even know the full details, and that just sounds like a terrible idea. So, have you ever read any fiction, Evo? That... Actually, I like that idea, Russ. I don't know if that'll line up that way, but I do like that idea.
Delicious.
Hello?
A fishing point.
You. Why would you waste a proper vintage on the likes of me? Questions that are better left unanswered, I would guess.
If this eases your burden even for a little while, then it's in good hands as far as I'm concerned.
So, how's Achilles doing lately, stranger? I figured you could tell me since you've all this access to him, and I don't.
He's forced to do my father's bidding, and sworn to secrecy, apparently. I don't pretend to fully understand, but all in all, I think he's doing well. I hope you'll see him for yourself.
You don't fully understand, but hope. I see. Well, if you do get to the bottom of this little mystery at some point, you'll indulge me, won't you?
I'll see what I can do about it, sir.
Yeah, I forget which expansion, but there was an expansion during which warriors had a talent that made it so their hup had a stun component. Hup being the leaping charge attack that we got back in round. Listen to me, we. I'm a warrior. What do you want from me? I've been a warrior since vanilla.
Delicious.
Did I already give a thing to Poseidon this round? Okay. Thank you, Dream Whisperer.
Let's be reasonable, though.
I mean, I loved playing a DPS Prot Warrior in Warlords. It was an extremely fun build that they got rid. They didn't even nerf it. They just deleted it from reality because some people whined, and yeah, I'm gonna say it that way. Oh, I loved reflection tanking Ulduar. I haven't invented the concept, or I suppose I should say independently invented. Obviously, I wasn't the originator of it.
Mighty Poseidon, greatest of my uncles, arguably, please accept this gift.
For all the times I'm offered gifts or sacrifices, little nephew, I still always very much appreciate it. I mean, look, I'm grinning ear to ear.
See?
It's likely, little Hades, that you currently reside just underneath one of my boundless seas. Normally, you'd have to be submerged to use this power, but you know what? Close enough.
Thanks. Sure, why not? No, I wasn't asking, sincerely. And yeah, as much as I absolutely love artifacts, and let's be clear, I do. The problem is artifact progression sucked the first time and then the second time. The third iteration actually worked very well, I thought. But those first two iterations, they clearly were just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what stuck. Which is just WoW development in a nutshell, isn't it?
As you can plainly see, monster.
You know what? I don't feel like hearing you.
You take that.
You are not worth my ears or my time.
That was for you, good shade.
Never gonna stop calling out that one shade.
You forced me to send Cerberus ahead again.
Fiction. If you've paid attention to any kind of fiction, I don't know if you've consumed the sheer quantity of fiction I have in my life, especially from an analytical perspective. You may not notice there's a recurring trend in the overwhelming majority of fiction. And to just such a silly degree, it's actually kind of insane to properly process. You know what? Honestly, I don't care.
Let's see here.
And I already done. I think I've done here. Demeter, excuse me. And that is a very simple concept. Humans suck. Or more accurately, people suck. And it's really easy to explain because all I have to do is say, a politician. A used car salesman. There are situations I could just mention that your automatic response is going to be thinking something bad about it by virtue of how much that's ingrained into our society. Now, it makes sense because there are a lot of people who suck in real life, and as a consequence have completely sullied and tainted concepts, reputations, jobs, etc.
Not had enough yet.
Warped, twisted, perverted, whatever word you want to use there.
In the name of Hades. A moment's rest. Try this way.
In other words, the core precept of the overwhelming majority of real-life fiction, I know that sounds strange to say it that way, is that people suck. That if you see a politician who's a decent and noble person, that is a subversion because of how normal it is to use the opposite. I'm going to say politician specifically because I can point to a specific example. Ross, do you remember his name? Persona 5? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Olympus. Cerberus just loves whatever this stuff is.
No, not Shido. Shido is the wrong example there.
See you, boy.
The good dude. My favorite dude. My favorite social link in Persona 5.
Alright, this
the
is
politician.
Ah, but there you are, boy, finally. Despite my knowing you are always late for everything, here you've outdone yourself by quite some time.
Oh, shut up and get your fork. Burn away that regal cape and let's get to this then. I had no idea you had all these capes to spare. Must have a whole entire storage chamber full of them.
Your mockery of me may temporarily embolden you, but achieves nothing useful in the end.
I disagree. It makes me feel a lot better. Like punching an idiot in the face. It's really satisfying. Anyways, yes, Yoshida. Yoshida's awesome. But the fact is, he's a subversion. The mere fact that he is such a legitimately awesome person who really does want to help people and really does want to improve the livelihood of those who votes for him.
Now that we had our little warm-up,
all that fun stuff. Like, that's a subversion. Because that's how fiction is. So the mere fact that I'm going all this in depth into this statement probably gives across what the core precept of the extant is.
The world you seek out there, it's even crueler than the one you know. No.
See you at home. Quick as a flash that time. My weapon shuddered at the touch of it.
I mean, Yoshida was an awesome character, so.
Beyond the frozen overlook and all that.
Yeah, we've done this a couple times now. think this is time 6, 7? I've actually lost track. It's also taking longer than I'd like.
It's...
My son.
I'm here, Mother.
Son, I have to ask you, how much do you know about your relatives upon Olympus?
I think I know quite a bit by now. I've been in steady contact with Athena, Zeus, and other members of the family ever since I first left Father's house. They've been assisting me in getting here.
No. Zagreus, what have you done? You've let them here?
No, they think I'm trying to escape from Father so that I can join them on their mountaintop. At least I think that's what they think. Most of them, anyway.
But then, does Hades know of this? That Olympus is involved?
He does. Both he and Nyx. In fact, it's Nyx who put me and Olympus into contact. I could never have broken free of the underworld if not for their help.
So Nyx and Hades are against each other then? And Olympus is helping you? But they don't know I'm here as far as you're aware.
That's right, more or less. Nyx and Father seem to put up with each other. Don't seem to have much of a choice. Though ever since I learned of you, Nyx has been helping me to find you, while Father's tried to stop me.
That fool. What was he thinking? What is he thinking? Do you suppose he thinks that he's protecting me from them? Oh no.
I think maybe he does think so indeed. Because now having met my relatives upon Olympus, I can definitely see that they can be a bit vindictive about things.
Vindictiveness runs in the family, my son. Then if Olympus is involved, that would explain a lot. I'm here, not there with them, as you can see. But, oh, it seems we'll have to speak some more when next you return.
You know, Mom, these are not easy to do. Just saying. And they take way too damn long. Oh my goodness.
Well, this is going to be awkward.
I'm up! Whoa, you must have really gotten pretty far out there if you could get me one of these, so wow. And thanks for stopping by.
You lighten up my numerous untimely deaths, Hypnos.
Actually, I'm not sure, Narset. Greek? That's about what I got. Tragedy? I don't know.
Darn natural causes got you once again there, didn't they? Well, you show them next time. Would you do that for me, huh?
Yeah, sure. I'll go kill the natural causes.
Over here. Miss Dusa, I wanted to cordially invite you to an outing in the lounge. Remember when you asked me about a drink?
Oh, really? What, you mean right now? I guess I'm overdue to take a break.
Does she drink?
And, well, since I don't exactly fit the mold of your traditional Gorgon, I mean, I have no body, for example. I had trouble finding work. That is until Lord Hades took me in, and then I met you, and, well, I just love this job.
Oh, I can definitely relate to at least some of that.
Thanks, Your Highness. Prince Zagreus.
Bye for now.
I mean, I've always been into snakes. Oh.
As you may know, lad, I have a connection to the weapons that you use, having once wielded one.
Did I see Chaos that last run?
Of course, not knowing its significance
I
back
think I
then,
did.
but I digress. Sometimes it keeps in touch, and I have a vision from it to impart.
Oh, do you mean a vision from Varatha, the Eternal Spear? That's out of the ordinary, and also a bit concerning. So what did you see?
Well, I saw a great bearded warrior, bigger than me, pitch black hair, bearing an aspect of Varatha unlike any with which I'm familiar. Then he was gone, but what still lingered were these words. I see you through the eyes of the Crimson Phoenix.
I see you through the eyes of the Crimson Phoenix. I don't understand. What's that supposed to mean?
There's one more thing. This was not my first such vision. Long ago, I saw one of Varatha's other bearers. It was you. Your infernal arms. They must be weapons of the Fates' design. They know already who shall brandish them. Now they ask a favor. Seek Varatha. Speak the words. Go.
I see you through the eyes of the Crimson Phoenix. Achilles, I was wondering if you'd split this with me at the lounge. A small excuse for both ourselves to take a break.
Are you most certain you have time for me now, lad? Though how could I decline? I'll see you there.
We're just getting sloshed today.
I was a fool, you see. The gods promised me eternal glory beyond death. I could have stayed out of the war. Stayed home with Patroclus. I threw everything away. And sent so very many to this place.
What's done is done, sir. In my mind, you're the greatest warrior who ever lived. So is it glory you still seek, or is it Patroclus?
It isn't glory anymore, lad. I'm sure of that. Patroclus, however, I fear he's gone to me forever. Although his shade might yet reside within this realm, we left on terms I'd not forgive if I were him. Though, I had better get back to my post now, I think. I hope I didn't cast a greater pall over this place back there. I'm very thankful that we had this chance to get caught up. Now you had best be off. Take care out there.
So very tired.
Mean. Take a break if you want. Not get in my way next time.
Here's the fee. If Hypnos is going to be sleeping on the job, you have to do it in the lap of luxury.
Hypnos has an important job to do.
You see that? I'm not sure I agree with that sentence.
Got you some more of that contraband you like? Don't suppose I could help you put it away or anything?
Look at me, Zach. You think that all these gifts will make things go back to the way they were? They won't. It isn't possible. We may be immortals, but we're older now.
I'd hope we're wiser too.
Your kindness toward me is unnecessary, child. You know I have no expectation of such gifts from you or anyone.
I think of you always, Nyx. You raised me as your own, and I'm grateful for it. Nyx, my mother was quite concerned to learn Olympus has been aiding me. Haven't you put her in danger by involving them? Was there no other way?
No, there was not. She has been in danger all along. I concealed her, yes, even from me. But it is not enough. I do not think that you could have found her without the Olympians. And if I did not reveal your existence to them, if they discovered who you are, it would be worse.
Ugh, what a mess. How are we going to fix this?
The Olympians maintain belief that you are trying to reach them. I trust we can sustain this understanding for a long, long time. Perhaps not forever, but long enough to discover a solution. Perhaps with your birth mother's help.
I'll be careful.
You'll be dead! Oh, sorry, wrong movie.
You are always much too kind, you know, my friend. Now, typically, I would express my gratitude through song.
Yeah, you suck too much,
I understand completely, Orpheus.
Are you the one whom I should thank for this most wondrous music stand, my friend? Why, it is positively splendid, isn't it?
A renowned court musician ought to have the finest means available, I think. I'm pleased you like it, Orpheus. Though, tell me something. How can it play your music when you're not even here?
Who can explain the secret art of Daedalus, my friend? Know only that, whenever it produces music for your listening enjoyment, that the sound you hear is coming from my soul.
But
amazing.
Your soul is
and a bit unsettling.
Terrible.
It is my humble duty to oblige my favorite boy with all the treats as I am able to procure.
Knowing the watchdog's never-ending appetite for treats, the prince obliges him.
Hey boy, I hope all the construction and renovation around here hasn't been too inconvenient for you lately. But hey, the lounge is just about ready for you to utterly destroy again.
Prince Zagreus implants in the impressionable, vicious watchdog of the underworld a new appetite for more destruction, to be sated in another age.
Let's enjoy it while it lasts. Question for you, Father. The name Kore happen to mean anything to you by any chance?
What? Where did you... Ah, the cold witch brought it up, did she? Never repeat that name again. Not here, nor anywhere, you hear me, boy? Know only this. The one called by that name despised it even more than I.
So let's see. Demeter's daughter went missing. She wound up down here. I happened. Mother left. Demeter and everyone else on Olympus apparently has no idea. That about right? Tell me what happened.
I'll tell you nothing. Keep meddling in matters that you cannot understand, and you'll incur the wrath of Olympus on all that you hold dear. And know that it is not for my sake that I'm warning you.
You can't hide the truth forever.
I mean, he can try. He's got the time. I don't, of course.
Get a load of them prizes over there.
What's
Ah, you're kidding, what? Sometimes, boyo, you make me feel alive again, you know that? Being honest with you here, I'm grateful, really.
If not for you, my friend, I'd have no one to viciously attack with no fear of reprisal whatsoever. Come on, mate, won't you say who hired you? Was it Achilles? Couldn't have been Nyx. Is it that big a deal?
I am an individual of some integrity, boyo, and protect my sources with my life. You'll have to kill me if you want to make me squeal.
He asked me to.
Never felt so alive.
Time to put in extra work for those bounties.
So no, I mean, I have no idea if I'm right, wrong, or in between. Just like, you know, none of us do.
Nice and steady.
It is an interesting idea, though, Evo. Although I can't help but notice you didn't answer my question. Yep, my name's 2 now. I was going to be Two-Faced, but I decided to truncate it.
Uncle Poseidon, I have a special catch for you, although it pales next to your sheer awesomeness.
Now would you look at that? Is that an offering to your most favorite uncle, me? You know what, nephew? I've decided I shall take it. Thanks. Nephew, why, the seas up here, they're just about as widely feared as your vast underworld down there. The water can be deadlier than bronze.
Comparison. I mean, this was a chore yesterday, Narset, to be completely honest about it.
Hello, mates.
I'm gonna try something a little different in this particular run. So first of all, Yada asked a question. Does the extant have space whales? No. But the extant does have dragons, which can and do often simply travel through space. So
to eat.
That counts. That counts. God damn it. Whatever. Whatever. Nobody likes chaos anyways.
My Lady Artemis, this is nothing next to all your grace and favor.
Hey, wait, this is an offering for me? Oh, that's very kind, though. Let's get back to hunting now, okay?
No, it's okay. It's a roguelite, not a roguelike.
Living on Olympus here, I'm surrounded by my family, but I always felt alone. I know that's not the same as your experience, but I'm just saying I relate to what you're going through.
The dead had better hide.
No, there's no Cthulhu's, if that's what you're asking. thought of any story negatives. I've thought of a couple more positives, though.
God's given me strength.
Sorry, no Urquan. Or the other group I can never think of the name of. The not Urquan.
Gemstones.
My question to you, Evo, was what do you think the core precept of the extant is?
Let's go, Sneak. Olympus, I accept this message. The power of the gods.
Just had a random thought. Hang on. Correct, Evo. Knowing that, tell me something. How many terrible crimes, by my definition of the words, do you think happen on average within Imperial space? It depends how many people live there. A few trillion. I've never thought about the number, and frankly, I probably never will. I did see your question, Tara. Obviously, I haven't answered it since I haven't really had an opportunity to. Education's... Oh my god. The problem is what you're asking me is, please describe a massive and complex system. And it's like... It's... Well... There's a lot that goes into education within the Empire.
Getting none of them prizes over there.
What's all this?
Ah, you...
If not for you... Come on.
I'm an...
Darkness, give me strength.
Still gonna be the hammer? Yeah.
Not too heavy.
That's true, Evo. So I ask you again, how many do you think happened?
Uncle Pus...
High oceans.
The ocean's fury. More wretches. Ready, Aegis.
Well, it's not working how I thought it would so far.
What?
What's the story negative? Just tell me. What thing's below the door? Or are you talking about the pacts of punishment? No, I'll leave it there, Tara. I'll probably answer it later.
Get a load of their prizes over there.
What's all this?
I'll level with you, pal. You have impressed somebody well above my pay grade here, and so they have a little proposition for you. You listening?
I honestly didn't even see these as, like, interactables.
Let me guess. They want me to fight all the way through the underworld, having used the Pact of Punishment over there to make the going even more treacherous than it already is, and if I succeed, they'll reward me with some sort of useless trinket?
Wrong. We're talking something really big here, pal. You see that thing back there? Trinket. Come on, what are you, scared?
Yes, a little bit, if you must know. Someone's trying to goad me into using the Pact of Punishment.
Go on, I dare
At a
you.
rate of 8, apparently. Alright. Let's do the audit. I'm good. I'm good. Either way, the answer, Evo, is of course 0. By virtue of what I would consider to be horrible. Certain concepts literally don't exist within the setting. But that's the worst of the worst of the worst. Even the stuff that qualifies as horrible, no. So, supporting cast. Yeah. Well, make sure you get your guesses in if you haven't already. No, we're finished. I'm done. I'm bored to tears. I'm literally just face grinding, and even with mega cheats, I don't know if you've been noticing, I quite literally can one-shot things, and it's just so boring. I don't mean to be negative, because, again, the core game is good, and blah, 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 and the score is going to be fine, but the harsh problem here is I'm done. I'm done with the game, and it's taking too long to grind out the ending. We already talked about this. We already gave the loops the negative. We already gave the grind the negative, and the padding the negative. Moving on. So, supporting cast. Awesome supporting cast. I've been listening for this whole time, and there's been something I've been debating for a while, and I think I'm going to boost the number of positives to voice acting, because while there's intermittent voice acting is how I want to phrase that, it's really quite good, and I don't think I could name a single character who isn't well voice acted. Nope. Voice acting. Sure, Act, if you have the capacity to link me something that would lead me to it while I'm doing the audit, I would be more than happy to look at it. What was I face grinding for? Story. And content, admittedly. But no, it's excellent voice acting, good supporting cast. Rogue. I'm gonna call it rogue-like just to piss people off and for literally no other reason. Take your time, Act. Roguesque. I like it. So this is going to be a fun run. I'm going to give this run both the incomplete tag and the cheat flag. In case you don't understand why that's significant, let's just say that that doesn't speak well of me. And yes, the next game is Tales of Arise, another long game, which will be starting Wednesday at some point. I'm not sure when. Because I have a dental appointment in the morning, and I have no idea when I will be done with that. Or even if I'll be capable of talking. So, we might actually not be streaming on Wednesday. We'll see. Alright. Animation for story. No, there is none. Atmosphere and tone? Not really. Babylon 5 effect? No. Background lore? Yeah, I did actually spend some time off camera looking into the codex a little bit, and yeah, that qualifies, so. Banter? Yep, we already gave that positive. Branching narrative? Nope. Brickwork? Yeah. Camera work doesn't exist. Characters? Several good characters. Cinematics? Non-existent. Consequent storytelling? Nope. Cutscene incompetence? Nope. Dialogue? Generally good dialogue. Very good doodads. No empty text issues. Endgame or postgame doesn't apply in this case. External continuity? Nope. Can't exist. Fake drama? No. Foreshadowing? I'm going to say yes, although I've already given that positive. Right? Nope. That's true. Zagreus can't sit. Poor Zagreus. Story though. Humor. Nah. No integration to speak of. Internal continuity. No, I shouldn't say that. Okay. Internal continuity. Yeah. I actually like the visual design of almost all the characters, so I'd say yeah. Oh no, this game will 100% get the coffee tag. I knew that yesterday. To call this game bad would be horrifically inaccurate. But it's not what I want it to be, I think is how I'm going to phrase that. Doesn't apply, doesn't apply, doesn't apply. There's one good moment, doesn't apply. There's no outro to speak of, so we can't even judge that. That's true. I hear somebody out there even likes pineapple on pizza. Could you imagine? Hell, some people even like coffee. Or putting milk in tea. My goodness. The insanity. The horror. I have thought of one story negative, but at the same time, I don't think it's not really a story issue. And I'm debating if it even deserves to be mentioned. It is pacing, specifically. The narrative pacing, which is absolutely all over the place. Just completely all over the place. And that's by the nature of the game. But even if we ignore that, even if we mega cheat and one-shot everything instantly, the fact of the matter is we get such tiny snippets. It's like... I don't know what to explain it like, other than what it literally is. Imagine having to drive from one town to the next in order to get like one more... and there's like billboards, right? And there's a billboard with some story on it. It's an interesting story. It's like, oh, okay. And then you have to drive to the next town to see the next billboard. And then you drive to the next town to see the next billboard. And yeah, exactly. To contrast this, Bastion, right? Bastion does a good job of maintaining a steady pacing, a flow of narrative, regardless of what you're doing and how you're doing it. Whereas, thank you, Act. Whereas this is more like lurching is the way I want to phrase that. This is an hour and 16 minutes long. Okay, I was gonna say. It's like, what? You what? Okay, okay. That's still gonna be pretty long, but whatever. Skip over here. Shut up. Now you get to keep talking. So, yeah, no, I think I am gonna go ahead and give that a story negative. Because it's not just a feature of the gameplay, it is something that they decided to do as a feature of the narrative, and it's not good pacing. In my defense, it's the only story negative I've thought of. There will be a rumination if I finish this audit in 20 minutes. Yes, there's gonna be thing. Okay. Link to the Past is awesome, by the way. Look forward to reviewing that. That doesn't apply, that doesn't apply, that doesn't apply, that doesn't apply. A lot of this stuff doesn't apply in this game. We gave several pluses for visual storytelling. Voice acting is legit. And I think it's everything. Now, before I actually move forwards, before we finish judging with imperial truth the story. Oh, where'd it go? Sorry, give me one moment here. It should be right here, and of course it's not, because why would it be? LoreRunner.com. Let's see here. Where the ass is it? There it is. Perfect. No, I can fix that. Give me a sec. There we go.
Imagine I would be very welcome there after all this time.
So then we beat the game like 5 more times.
I have done virtually everything within my power to prevent this. All of it. For nothing. The Fates were not content to saddle me within the earth. They mock me still.
Maybe they just think you're in the wrong, and that you're an obstinate, overbearing, and miserable excuse for a husband and father. Don't you understand I'm trying to fix the problems you caused, since you're so unwilling to do it yourself?
You're right. I was unwilling. I made my choices in all this. I loved her, yes. I loved her terribly. But now, it seems I'm merely delaying the inevitable. Go then. Go to her. But should harm befall her, I shall bring my worst wrath upon whomever is to blame, including you.
What? You're letting me go just like that? You're just afraid of getting struck down again. You're serious?
Go. Before I reconsider.
Oh, that's funny. I guess attempt 10 we don't have to defeat Hades again. I mean, after getting pasted 9 times. Thank you, Letterolus. Very much appreciate. If you want to put that towards something, do please let me know. Thank you.
Zagreus?
Mother? Mother, wait. What is all this?
Oh, Zagreus, I almost missed you. Truthfully, I hoped that I could make it a surprise.
Make what a surprise?
My arrival. I'm going. To your home. To Cerberus. Nyx. Your father.
You're... really? Mother, you're serious?
I am. Now, if you could just help me pack up my remaining things. Only a few loose odds I'm bringing, just in case. If we hurry, maybe you could join me. Rather than return the customary way. Not something a mother ever wants to see.
Join you? But wait, how are you going to get back? I hadn't thought that far ahead.
Just so happens I know somebody who can give us a ride.
Hi, Charon.
Charon?
Yeah, that was the person I suspected.
Pressing matters to attend to. So let's not keep him waiting any longer, son. Come on, then.
I'm still alive. But how?
You're on the River Styx. No longer in the mortal realm entirely.
I can't believe that this is happening.
I know. My heart is racing. Nothing like a river journey to remind oneself that there's no turning back.
Oh, I think you turn back.
Though even after all of this, it's like we only just met. I have so many questions for you still.
We'll have plenty of time for them, I think. For now, best we keep quiet. Pretend we're just a couple of dead souls on their final voyage.
Listen, happiness doesn't exist in Greece, so I'm just waiting for the boat to explode or something. And Zagreus will be like, I swear revenge in the sequel! Or this will happen.
Wait, isn't this Eurydice and Orpheus?
Snow everywhere. Mother.
This is cool and all, but I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead a bit. Okay, so
But
sorry,
this
Dream
is
Whisperer.
embarrassing, but I don't know the way to get back in. Except, you know, the customary way.
That's quite all right. I do. In the name of Persephone the Queen, open the gates! I spent many days tending this garden. Or nights? Quite difficult to tell the time here.
Persephone,
Cerberus! I missed you so. And dutiful as ever, aren't you?
I'm sorry. Know that I am sorry.
Hades. You look tired. Though I am not the only one you ought to be apologizing to.
I know. I know why. Why have you returned? If Olympus, if your mother discovers what happened, not even Zeus, not even he could stop what would transpire here.
Oh, I have a thought or two about how we can settle that. Though I shall need for you and Zagreus to cooperate with me on a solution. Or, if you'd rather, I could just return the way I came.
A solution? What, do you intend to have them over for ambrosia? Not even you can fix a broken family, Persephone.
You're right, Hades. I can't. Certainly not by myself. So are you going to help me or what?
I would do anything that you would ask of me.
Then first, talk to your son.
Zagreus, you have already met Persephone, our queen. I expect for you to show deference to her at all times.
Wow, Father, you called me by my name. What is this strange sensation that I feel? Perhaps it's this deference of which you speak.
Oh, stop it, both of you! Don't make me regret this, Hades. Speak honestly with him. About yourself, not me. Go on.
Yes, Zagreus. I know there have been times when I've let my mood reflect on you. I showed very little patience. Questioned your judgment, often when my own was flawed. Thus, I apologize to you, my son. I have no excuses, and I ask no forgiveness.
What about the part where you lied to me about Mother? Do you apologize for that? Your foul moods and venting them on me. I've long since come to expect that from you, and I resented you for it. But I always thought you're honest.
Your mother did not come here willingly when we originally met. When she left, believing you were stillborn, the decision was final. I believed that she was better off without the lot of us, Olympus included. Deceiving both of you. It tore against my being, but it needed to be done.
Well, you didn't need to vent all that inner turmoil onto me throughout my life. Though, I think I understand. I only wish I could have understood sooner. So, what now? I've grown so used to ransacking your domain, I think I'm really going to miss it.
About that. Your ransacking revealed many flaws in our security. The types that never get into reports. Our reputation rides on there being no escape from here. Would you keep trying to break free? Not for my sake, but for this realm. For the Queen.
Zagreus, if you keep fighting out of here, it shall help keep appearances that everything is as it always was.
Question, Father. Let's say I accept. When next I reach the surface, is it still going to be you waiting up there?
Ah, boy. If you think for an instant that I shall go easier on you because of this, you'll soon learn otherwise.
So I just battle to the surface and repeatedly kill my own father then?
You have it half correct.
Perhaps you'll also tend to my little cottage while you're in the area. The garden doesn't take much care at all. I'd like to keep the place in decent shape, in case I cannot suffer this for long.
Well, I guess I'll see what I can do.
Just do the best you can. And clearly I've work to do as well. We have a lot of it ahead of us, I'd say. So, shall we get started then?
Thus was Hades, feared ruler of the dead, reunited with his long-lost bride, Persephone, the queen. And together with their firstborn son, Prince Zagreus, they would go on to reign eternally beneath the earth, in relative harmony. The queen's return marked an occasion of enthusiastic joy, so much as possible in that dark, gloom-filled realm of the dead. And even after all this time, Olympus never did discover what transpired there, in the underworld.
After all this time, it's only been a few days. But it's been good. Mother and father are back together, made some new friends, got this fancy painting. Easy. All is well in the underworld.
Da-da-da-da. Hang on.
I can't entirely get used to seeing us together like this.
Yeah, just,
Sent to everyone. It's done, Mother. Father, the invitations. Personally sent to everyone with whom I've been in contact. So what do we do now?
Excellent, Zagreus. Congratulations.
what is she wearing? My god.
On a job well done.
Persephone, how can you be so certain your request was executed to your satisfaction?
It's known as trust, Hades. Or faith. They're similar. Try one sometime. It'll be good for you. As for what we do next, why, we've a great big feast we must prepare.
This house is not a suitable location for such guests. Dionysus alone shall bring ruin to this place. Or... the faith thing that you said.
Yes, good. Now then, we have a lot of work to go around. So why don't we call everyone on staff and let them in on this, and dole out suitable responsibilities, all right?
All right.
All right.
Yeah, you can't do everything by yourself, Hades. What do you think you are, me?
Thus did all of Olympus journey deep into the underworld, all together for the very first time. The Queen Persephone revealed herself in all her splendor, much to their surprise, and told them everything she indicated to her son. She eloped with grim Lord Hades, she said, mothering a fire-stepping prince who sought to reconnect with his extended family. Hades and Persephone at first refused his wish, but so moved were they by his relentless struggles to the surface that at last they decided to heed their willful Zagreus and reach out, for his and everybody's sake.
An interesting
The Olympians listened to all this in stunned silence. Then Zeus himself began to laugh. "Welcome back into the family," he said. After the shock subsided, the festivities began.
What's the extra 40 hours? Like, what's required to get from the end of the game to here?
You and your better half put on a positively smashing night. It's a relief for all of us, knowing Persephone is safe and sound. And mother to as noble of a son as my good nephew there.
Well, little brother, the Queen and I, in turn, appreciate you all taking time out of your doubtless busy lives to come all this distance to my house. I'm certain it is very modest in comparison to Mount Olympus, but I trust that you were suitably entertained.
Oh, of course, Hades. Now then, farewell, and let us keep in better touch from here.
Farewell indeed, Lord Zeus.
When finally the great feast ended, all the Olympians returned to their mountain abode, fully satisfied. As for the house of Hades, it required thorough cleansing, from the rafters to the floor. Such revelry, of course, is unbecoming of the name of Hades, and the fearsome reputation of the underworld. For if mortals were to have no fear of death, then they would have no fear of anything at all. A well-kept family secret, then, this would live on to be.
That's it?
Whew. I'd say that went about as well as could have been expected. And the cleanup wasn't all that bad. For the most part.
Well, fortunate Uncle Zeus seemed to catch on right away and went along with it. But this whole elaborate tale you spun... I remember how hurt I felt when I found out Father lied to me about you. Now we're lying to Olympus. What if they find out? Even if they don't, I don't like it.
Zagreus, I may not be an expert, but here's what I've come to understand about how families work. At least our own. The thing is, how we speak to one another is even more important than the words we use. I think, deep down, everyone in our family knows this.
You're saying they all knew you weren't being perfectly honest and went along with it anyway. I guess the pomegranate thing in particular was a bit of a stretch.
The common ground in our family is that we want peace. Besides Ares, though even he would rather the conflict occur elsewhere. That elaborate tale, it's less a deception and more a concession. A way of saying, let's move on from the past and start anew. No hard feelings.
You don't have hard feelings? What about Father? What about Demeter?
Well, let's see. My hard feelings are nothing next to the joy of having my son in my life. Your father never imagined his relationship with me could be out in the open. And my mother, she's just glad I'm alive.
And Uncle Zeus is glad things didn't turn out worse for him. I get the sense he acts a bit impulsively at times and deals with the consequences later.
No.
What can I tell you, Zagreus? We're family. You've said it yourself to me before. We're stuck with one another. That any of us like each other in the slightest. It's a wonder and a blessing, I think.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Thanks, Mother. Think I'll be heading out again soon. See you when I get back.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I gotta do another loop. So hang on, let's see what this thing is. 1622.
Dusa?
Prince, I wanted to say goodbye because it's my last day. Or night. Anyway, it's really been a pleasure knowing you and working here, and so...
Wait. What exactly happened? Your last day, your night? What is all this? You're really leaving? Why?
I lost my job. Miss Nix, it's her final word, and so I need to go before I make things any worse. Farewell, Highness. Farewell.
Wait. Nix.
What?
Damn it. What happened with Dusa, Nix? You really fired her because she talked to me. She was my friend.
She was removed for insubordination and repeated overextension and lack of proper judgment, child. Your affinity for her is the reason her removal was as amicable as it was.
Insubordination and repeated lack of what? She worked harder than anyone here to keep the house neat and orderly. I'd thought you would have valued that.
Her eagerness to please was to a fault. Perhaps your Olympian relatives require sacrifices, child, but this house requires efficiency and nothing more.
Efficiency. You know who you sound like right now, don't you, Nix? I can't believe this.
If you are bent on undermining my authority, go do so someplace else.
Okay.
Achilles, what happened between Nix and Dusa? Dusa's really gone?
Nix cut her off, lad. I'm sorry. I know you cared about her. I was as surprised as you when I found out. I knew that Nix had her concerns about Dusa's propensity to overwork herself, but this wasn't the step I was expecting.
Propensity to overwork herself? You really think that's what this was about? I can't shake the feeling it's my fault. Nix didn't want her talking to me, as though she's beneath me or something. What am I going to do?
Look, I don't have all the information on this one, and neither do you from the sound of things. Nix loves you and respects you. I trust she would want to know how this affects you.
I'll talk to her. Nix let her go, Than. Dusa, I mean, she's gone. What do I do?
If I were you, I would start getting over it as soon as possible. But I don't see you doing that. Just remember, maybe this isn't about you. Dusa's job may have been far too much for her. Mother Nix is strict, but she is fair.
And she should give Dusa another chance. Has Meg heard? She'll be furious.
Megara will be no such thing. Some of us don't default to questioning every decision from our superiors.
Why not?
Maybe you should.
Damn you, Zagreus. She was my friend, and now she's gone.
Who, you mean Dusa? Like I had anything to do with that. It's Nix you should be cross with, not me.
I don't think so. Nix warned you. Ugh, you know I can't go to her myself about this, so fix it.
Well, I'm actually confused. Why did Dusa get fired? Like, what's the actual reason?
Nix.
Because if it's some, you know, how dare you speak to a servant bull crap?
With you before, it's just I cared about Dusa, and I know just how much she cared about working here with you and all of us. Isn't there some way you would reconsider letting her go?
I appreciate that you have calmed yourself, my child. As for the Gorgon head, this house needs steady-tempered vigilance, not unthinking devotion. Despite repeated feedback, she refused to approach any aspect of her duties with restraint.
Wait, you're saying you fired Dusa for working too hard?
Oh my god.
Did you give her any warning?
She did not understand how to work properly. Despite all that she did, she ultimately was a burden to this house. There was no warning necessary on my part.
Please give her another chance, Nyx. She can learn. She just needs to know what she did wrong. She gave this work everything. She just pushed too hard. Shouldn't something like that be forgivable?
It seems you have more patience than I, child. And I did not realize you cared. But do not ask again for me to rescind my decision. Are we understood?
Yes, we're understood.
Apparently I'm fired.
See you out there, Father.
You broke free.
Miss Nyx, do I want my job again? More than anything, this job, it means everything to me. I mean, working with you are the night itself. This place, and all of you, all of it, it's so amazing to me, and I want to help. Just give me one more chance.
Your one more chance has certain stipulations, Dusa. If you think it is necessary to exceed the allotted time for your responsibilities, I expect you to ask. You are not the sole bearer of this house's fate. Your temperament toward your work is as important as the end result. Now then, I would ask that you return to your post.
What? Miss Nyx, you mean, like, start right now? Now? I mean, I don't have a lot of pressing obligations, so I'll do it. Yes, I accept. I'm so excited to be back. Where do I even start? I can survey the lounge, sweep the cobwebs, walk Cerberus, check the pantry. Okay, I'm off.
Do your best work.
Hooray. You really asked Dusa to come back. Thank you, Nyx. I'm very grateful. And Megara, probably everybody here. I'm sure she won't let you down.
I know you care for her, child, and I admit I retain several concerns. Not only about the appropriateness of her conduct, but of her reckless inexperience. I do, however, see the possibility that she can work through these issues, perhaps with your support.
You'll be impressed. You'll see. You saw Dusa's back, right, Meg? She's getting another chance. Nyx reconsidered.
I saw. Nyx doesn't often change her mind when it comes to this house. But I won't second guess what happened or why.
You don't sound all that pleased.
This never should have happened, Zagreus.
Welcome to the House of Hades.
Prince, hi again, I guess. I guess I'm back at work here once again.
Imagine my relief. I'm glad that Nyx has come around. I understand she was concerned, but I hope she never looks past all your good qualities like that again.
I hope so too. I'm glad to have my job back. It's hard work, and I know there's more to life, such as it is, than this, but it matters a lot to me, you know? I have to do this, so I'm glad that all of you are letting me.
So what even happened when you lost your job, Dusa? Did you have someplace else to stay? Was everything all right?
You know, it's funny. After I was fired, at first, I just couldn't believe it. I felt lost. But after a few days or nights, it's like it opened up my eyes, you know? Suddenly I had all this time to myself, and what I realized was I was so tired. I really needed the break.
I'm surprised you wanted to come back to work after something like that. Wouldn't you be totally fed up? Burned out on the whole thing?
I love this work too much to get burned out, Prince. But that's me. I know there's more to being alive or being dead than just your work, but my work happens to be important to me. And besides, if I don't push myself from time to time, how can I ever know my limits, right?
But if you go too far beyond your limits, things can get bad. Believe me. I mean, you almost lost the job you care so much about.
You're right. I need to be more careful not to push myself too hard too often. Hey, could I ask a favor? Would you tell me if I go too far with work again?
That's what the newspaper's for.
Sounds good. I will.
And that's that. Question. How replayable do you think this game is? Yeah, the irony here is, despite the nature of the game, I don't think it actually has a lot of what I would refer to as replayability. Like, let's assume for a moment that you've done all 11 successful runs, right? You've pushed through, and you've unlocked the stuff, and you've gotten the epilogue, or whatever. So, having now, at that moment, concluded the game, now, do you think it's replayable? Because a loop isn't replayability. That you're still in the same game. You're not replaying it. Makes sense? I mean, I know what I'm going to put on the review table. I'm going to say, no, I'm never replaying this again. But does this game qualify as replayability? And again, this is a very strange situation because by virtue and nature of how many loops there are, it's not the first time I've complained about this, I actually think it's not. Like, I don't even think it gets one replayability positive. Because despite all the variances and nuances and different builds and specs and all the fun stuff you can do, you did all that. It doesn't get credit for that, right? I don't know. I'm not going to fight it if you want to give one replay possibility, but it absolutely would not get more than one, I don't think. What do y'all think? Like, I'm seeing some opinions here. See, I watch the news. I got opinions. I was thinking a wash, too. I don't think this is a negative for replayability, though we've had such a thing before. Once. Ever. Yeah, exactly, Evo. It's designed to kind of go through and do your one playthrough. Yeah, I think we'll call this a wash. Which means we are at a net plus 10 to gameplay. Let's scroll down here. Where's Hades? There it is. Well, yeah, like, I know this is going to sound strange, but would I give Final Fantasy VI a plus to replayability? Maybe. But if I did, it would only be one. Nothing in FF6 deserves more than one replay plus. By its nature. So, it's 21. Who's ready to do some math? Oh yeah, make sure... let's do this. If you haven't gotten your guess in, this is your big chance to do so. See, now, ironically, something like the Link to the Past randomizer, which we'll be reviewing as a separate game from LTTP, would absolutely get 3 positives to replayability, because that's the nature of what a randomizer is. But LTTP itself? I mean, not really. As much as I love replaying LTTP, and I absolutely do, the harsh truth is it's not that replayable. Again, probably just one. I mean, just one. And if I could get a drum roll, please. I anticipate this will score pretty well. When was the last time I played vanilla LTTP? That's a cheat answer, unfortunately, because the answer is for the theater, so earlier this year. Or last year. Whenever the Undertale Theater was finished, I was already recording footage for that. God, it's been a while, hasn't it? The whole reason I picked LTTP was so it'd be quicker, and then I decided to start streaming my brains out for a while. That's on me, I suppose. And for it. One of these days, I might actually be caught up with the goddamned queue. Ladies and gentlemen, final golden number. Let me see who won before I actually announce it. Achilles is probably going to be it. Nope, I'm wrong. Or am I? Yep, I'm wrong. Trihexia. You win. The answer to this one was 84.84. put that towards the Winx Club's Ruminations. Because Triaxia guessed 85. Whereas Oculus guessed 84. Yep, that was actually a pretty close one. $84. So as a reminder, that's a pretty good score. I do think it's dragged down a bit. But the harsh reality is, for all my issues with the game, and Lord knows I have plenty, this is still a damn good game. Right? Like, I have complaints about this, and I am going to mention those. In fact, I'm going to mention how I would fix those in the rumination. But that doesn't prevent it from being a damn good game. Yeah, no, this is clearly, frankly, I think this is actually the best game they've made so far, of the 4 that I've played. Bastion has its own issues that most people tend to gloss over, on the gameplay axis no less, and Transistor honestly got very, very boring after a certain point. But this, it's clear that they really wanted to put out the best possible work they could, and really applied themselves on this one. Oh, and Pyre's Basketball. So, yeah, no, it's actually gonna suck, because this game is not only gonna get the cheat flag, it's gonna get the incomplete flag. But frankly, at the end of the day, I'd rather do that than keep streaming it, and I feel like that says everything it needs to. I was extraordinarily done with the game. I was just very done with the game. And I do want to do a rumination on it. And, well, actually, no, I don't. But other people want me to do a rumination on it. And thanks to what's going to happen tomorrow, I didn't want to fire up like the game and just start mindlessly grinding at some point after, you know, having my teeth drilled or filled or whatever the hell they actually do for that tomorrow, and then like, all right, so what do I think about, you know, I felt like that wasn't really a thing. What do I think could have been done to fix the issues? Make the whole game like the Temple of Nyx. There's the quick and easy answer. That's the summary. But if you want more of a detail, well, you're gonna have to watch the rumination then. I do hope, despite my constant whinging, that everyone enjoyed. I can't wait to hear all of the people on the YouTube comments section. But I will see you tomorrow. Hopefully, I shouldn't actually commit to that. I will hopefully see you tomorrow. If not, well, we'll figure it out. Oh, and really quick, Blade Trevall says, considering my recent experience, when I say playing this game was like pulling teeth, here's the funny thing. Having my teeth pulled, tooth, singular, having my tooth pulled was actually a lot easier and smoother than this. So I'll see you next time.